All right. Welcome to Chapter 4, Episode 4 of Up and Away, our Star Trek Adventures campaign. And tonight we have the fallout from the last episode, which is, I believe is called Someone's Secret. So the crew, led by Commander Vayana, transported over to a Klingon bird of prey, which was basically destroyed by what it appeared to be Federation weapons. When you went through there was all kinds of hazards and such. But at the end, you found a human messing around with some data. Basically, he was transporting it or downloading it, something like that. A fist fight ensued between he and Euro, and she grabbed his badge off his shirt and accidentally found herself transported to what you assume was this cloaked vessel, which is a Romulan Warbird that is now decloaked in front of you. The crew has just returned back to the bridge of the USS Carthage, except Euro, of course, and we can start from there. We're going to be doing Starship Combat. If you're looking for what page this is on in the PDF, it's about 218, I think. There are also handouts in the game. Starship Combat and Starship Operations are the folders of interest. I will go ahead and let you give some. You can do some planning amongst yourself just for a minute while I look one thing up. You will go first.
I have a plan. I should do this in character or just discuss it?
Oh, you can just, yeah, you can do it out of character. It's fine.
Okay. Plan. Disabling shots for now, so we can try to get the arrow back. So just engage with them, try to outmaneuver them, take out their engines, and then warp the arrow back. If it's too much of a threat to the Carthage, we do what we have to do.
Have any of you
That's
found
my
any
basic
way to do
outline.
any sort of positional outmaneuvering in the system? Because I haven't.
There's
the
like
only reason
attack
you would
attack
move is for-
delta or whatever. Attack pattern
only-
delta and theta. There's things like that that do different things. Now, movement positioning, no, not unless there is a
They
something.
don't have a
like,
dead zone at 6 o'clock, for example.
yeah, if you don't have like asteroids or something. If there's
Yeah.
like asteroids and stuff like that, you can use them to your advantage. But there's nothing like that here.
Yeah. Have you actually found this attack pattern stuff in the book?
Yeah, it's one of the. I think it's on either tactical or.
Oh,
PDF
okay.
page
Yeah, that's for
228.
tactical then. Yeah, that's for tactical. So it's not a helm thing I can do to help you with.
It says helm for me.
Because I just had evasive act. Oh, attack pattern. I see. It's just
Yep.
you came up with beta, delta, whatever, because we'll call it in roleplay, whatever we
Mhm.
want. I see. Of course, of course. Yes,
I
those are the
posted a
two that I
list.
have: evasive and attack pattern.
Yep.
And then there's
So
scan
it's-
for weakness. So I can only do one of the two with Del potentially. And I'll be looking to the captain to tell me to either do an attack pattern, what does that do? The all attacks by the ship reduce difficulty, or
Reduce
scan for
difficulty by
weakness, which gets peers.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be. I'll give the order for the attack pattern to reduce difficulty.
And then
So we can keep slamming them.
with Brav, I think I'll just constantly keep generating more power and more shields, just every turn.
And I will be doing. I will probably do a rally to start, so we can start with a bunch of momentum,
Yeah.
and then a direct next turn. What are you thinking, Effie?
Well, I am thinking, would you want me to take over Euro's station?
What's your security?
I think when I checked what her control plus security was 12, and McCarthy's was also 12. So
I think we'll let a
McMurphy,
player
sorry,
do it.
McMurphy. Yeah, but the thing is, you could She could kind of be a catch-all. It doesn't matter though. She could do it from tactical just as well as she could do it from her seat. So, but
Yeah. So I don't necessarily have to be at the security station.
you do not. However, if you are not at the station of the role, you get an extra difficulty to whatever you're doing. Typically,
So I should be at the security station, so I don't get that extra.
if you are going to be firing mostly, yes, which is you can do that.
Yeah, I would prefer not to have the extra difficulty, just to, you know.
You can move around the bridge as a minor action, which is basically a free action, to any station you want once. So
Around,
you can do
or
that.
just once?
Per round, yeah.
Oh.
So you could run to security, you could run here, you could run there. Now, if you want to go someplace else on the ship, that takes a whole turn.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking I stay at security, and we try to down the what is it called?
Engines. I was saying, I'm thinking shield. Like we just try to shoot through.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can definitely aim at specific parts of the ship.
If we take their engines out, maybe they'll be in a position where we can parlay with them at that point from position of strength. So that's because Captain figures we're going to get the data. Like we have the prisoner on board from the ship. We're going to be able to get information from him and what we put on board. Obviously, the more the better. So if we can take Romulans captive or get access to their computers or whatever, that's great. But he's trying to get back his security chief and also make sure that his crew's lives aren't lost. So that's priority number 1 right now.
Yeah, we need to try and get it to where we can at least, I don't know, gain contact or get her out of there.
Yeah, because taking down their shields, we might be able to locate. My thinking is we have Atkins working in the transporter room to try to get a lock on Euro, so that whenever shields go down, if we have a lock on Euro's signature, we can just pull her out.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're free to engage. However, obviously, try to take them alive if we can to figure out why they're here. But if they force us, then we have to do what we have to do.
Okay.
But I am open to other suggestions as we develop.
I'm just looking at the trying to see what the difficulty is for targeting a specific. Let's see. If anybody sees it, let me know. But where is it? Where is it? I read it. It's not under tactical.
Difficulty +1.
That's what I figured.
Yeah,
What page is it
Find
on?
that?
232 PDF. It says, let's see. So for energy weapons, difficulty 2, torpedoes, difficulty 3. If a specific system has been chosen, increase difficulty by +1. And then if we're not in the optimal range band, we also increase.
Yeah,
difficulty.
that's yeah. Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, it's +1.
Okay. All right, sounds good. We'll go through it slow. I expect this to take most, if not all, the session, so that's fine. And we will take it slow and go from there. It's our first time doing this. First time for me in a long time doing this, since I played in Zypher's game, if that tells you. So.
Oh boy.
All right, go ahead, Ghost. I think you should kick it off as the captain, and we'll just jump in character now. I'll keep it on this tactical battle map unless we're jumping over to Euro, which will come after one full turn of every... actually, I'll let her act on your turn, so she's not waiting forever. Okay?
Sure. Yeah, so Conroy, upon seeing the Warbird view screen, calls for red alert and starts giving out orders at that point. Looks to Lieutenant Dell. Lieutenant Dell, go on the aggressive. Attack pattern Gamma. Range
Yes,
shields
Captain.
up. He raised shields. Number 1 to attack tactical. Number 1, attack console. He'll go over to Slaw. Commander Slaw, generate more power and keep pumping the shields. I don't want them to be down in a moment.
Yes, Captain.
And then he'll also go to transporter room. Transporter room, I want you to continue looking for Lieutenant Yaro's signature. The moment you lock on and can get a safe pull, get her back here immediately. Back to the bridge. For right now, we're going to focus on the Warbird's engines. We'll reevaluate if this fight doesn't go how I expect it to. And he leans back and lets everything commence.
Okay. Go ahead and make your actual task, whatever that's going to be.
That's going to be Rally.
Really. So give me a presence and command roll with a difficulty 0, and that will add to your pool. It's a 12 threat, by the way. So.
Command presence. Let's see if I have anything for this. I'm not assisting anyone. So it's that. Inspiration, I have a focus.
Yep.
They won't let me pick zeros with this. It's a 2.
Okay. So 2 momentum added to the pool. All right. You can go in any order you want. Whatever characters would like to do, whatever they want to do. If you want me to pick, I will.
The captain gets to pick, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
You want to
I would
have a
say
ship on-
I would say Dell first because that's going to set the pace for everything.
Okay. I will. Dell will for a task do the attack pattern major task. I think it's called.
Yep.
So
So you would do a daring and con. Yep.
Daring plus con. I click myself.
Yep.
And then task con, right?
Yep.
And under daring. And then dice pool is 2d20.
Yep.
And then
Didn't give you.
I think I can make a... I can designate... Oh, I have Helm Operations as a focus. There it is.
That's perfect.
Something at the back of my mind where I was like, wait, I think I'm good at this. This is difficulty is,
2.
says in a book, 2.
2.
Thank you.
There is also handouts. Okay, that is a success. Go ahead and do your ship now. See if you generate any momentum. You will be doing weapons and con for this one.
Weapons and con.
Okay, no momentum, but
I will reroll that.
yes, with
Wait,
momentum.
wait. Because it might not be... Just a quick question, because it is... By the ship's computers or sensors, which it wasn't, right? This was
Ship
weapons.
weapons.
That's correct. Yep.
Then I cannot reroll. I
Okay.
want to be fair about
You
this.
could use momentum to re-roll if you wanted. Actually,
No,
no.
no.
You
We do
cannot.
that.
You cannot. That's only challenge dice. Okay, so difficulty is lowered by 2. Who is next? So how does that look in roleplay wise? Let's make sure we do some roleplay here.
So Dell punches in an aggressive attack pattern that brings the Carthage up above the Warbird, still in its own zone, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sort of knowing that maybe there are a few fewer enemy weapons pointing up above, he essentially sort of swoops down from above and it tilts the Carthage by 90 degrees to the side to give all weapons from the Carthage a firing angle at the same time.
Turning into him. What would you like to
Yeah.
do with that?
I think we kick off the firing
Yep.
with the commander next.
Sure can. Commander Vajana, you may fire.
Yeah, Viana's gonna take her station, we'll take over Yura's station. And are we firing anything? Or just fire weapon?
You can choose whatever you want to fire. It's up to you. Phaser, you are in optimal range of phasers. You're too close for torpedoes.
Definitely phasers. So yeah, she's gonna fire that off, and it's a control plus security.
It should be, yes. Mhm.
Yep, and it is aimed. I would have directed the commander to aim for engines.
So that's going to be a
I think
difficulty
it's-
of 2.
Okay.
I think we
Gets
get
reduced
It
to
will.
1 for
Yeah,
the
so
attack.
one
right?
thing you can do, just to let you know, you can expend more power to do more damage, if you would like.
Power.
Mm-hmm.
How much power do we have?
You have a total of 15.
How much power?
Normally
Like that.
shooting it costs 1. Let me see. I'll tell you in just a second. If somebody
I hope
sees
to be
it-
generating about 2 per turn with Brav,
Yeah, let me
just
see.
for the rest of the crew. I'm hoping.
Okay, so you're generating. You'll
Well,
be generating,
Hmm.
right?
At the start of each scene. Oh, at the start of each scene. Gotcha. It's not a turn.
Yeah, we start with a full complement, but we start to drain it quickly
Yep,
now.
yep, yep.
Yeah, let's see. If somebody else finds it, let me know. I'm looking for how much
Oh, for the attack?
power
Roll?
loss. The attack also removes 1. Okay, target power. I'm just looking. You can upgrade how much damage your shot does by expending power, and I'm looking to see the details.
Tactical fire weapon.
It's got to be on
Nice,
phasers,
but
so
it's
it's
not under that.
probably
Yeah, you're right.
it's probably under weapon type energy. Okay, and may spend up to 2 additional power to increase the damage by +1 combat die per power spent. So you can decide that after you see if you hit or not, and it
Oh,
will
nice.
consume 1 power when you fire. That's on page
What
230.
was the task difficulty again?
It's 2.
But it would be 1.
No, because she's targeting a certain part of the ship. She's
So that's
targeting
the roll
engines.
that I did. In purpose, it says the next attack gets its difficulty reduced if
Yes,
you do attack
but the
pattern.
difficulty is normally 2, and you add 1 difficulty to target a specific system on the opposite ship. So that's 2.
It would have been 3.
It would have been
Oh,
3
shit.
normals. Yes.
This is tough.
So that is a miss. So how does it look as you just wanted the sound? How does
Very nice.
Vijana, she attempts to shoot. It's been a while probably. You can describe how it looks.
Yana approaches the console and readies everything up when she hits it and lets or fires the weapon. She definitely just kind of the sorry, my words are not working today. The phaser, obviously it looks like it's going to hit and then it is just completely off. Words are hard today, I don't know why.
All right, so that's 3 actions, I believe, and 1 more. Who would like to do something? Just needs to be a different character, and that did expend 1 power.
I would say. Let me see what specific things for. There's specific things for transporter room.
I don't think so. Unless
I
there's
can,
something in engineering.
I can always
yeah,
add
this
more
is
shield
internal
and
systems.
always add more power.
Yeah.
If we ever run out of things to do, we can always just keep our pools keep going up.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would leave that in Sloll's hands, whether it's shields or power, and go for it. I'd probably shield since we have plenty of power.
Your shields are
Like 14 or
maxed.
15.
They're up. I
They're
mean-
maxed, right?
Yeah,
And just get more
I
power.
said you started with them up, so they're up.
Yeah, so I say get more power for now.
He'll do power management,
Okay.
just daring or control. Let me see which one's better. Control plus engineering would be the best for him to roll.
Okay.
Difficulty of 2. Can succeed at cost. I don't know what at cost means, but I don't know. Maybe you do.
I wonder if you just get disadvantage, whatever that is. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, applicable focus. He has power systems as his focus.
Yep.
Difficulty is 2. Let's go. That's 2.
That's 2. Okay,
That should now
so
say...
that will.
Ship gains 1 point of power
Yeah, go ahead.
plus
Sorry.
1 additional power per momentum spent.
Okay.
Which may exceed the normal maximum, so we can overcharge our power for later
Nice.
use if we ever need it to.
All right. Well, you're at max power. You shoot, and then what does Slaw do to rejuvenate your power?
You mean like in story?
Yeah, yeah.
He routes power from main engines to recharge the phaser banks.
Okay. All right. Let me. We're gonna switch the scene, so we can have some fisting.
Fuck yeah.
Guessing you can't see anything quite yet.
No, I'm blind.
Yeah. Everybody should have sight on your character. Okay, this is not all how it is. You are in the transporter room, so let me swing you over to what that would kind of look like. Yeah, this is fine. We'll go that and that. These guys aren't there. So, they're obviously trying to transport someone else into their engine room or transporter room, whatever it is, and you show up and they both blink, like very surprised. Obviously, they begin to speak in Romulan, which you don't have your. Well, you have your combat badge, so you hear.
Yeah.
What? Get her! Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, Euro was maybe thinking that maybe they'd talk for a moment, considering, but they're charging at her, yeah.
They're just kind of they haven't started to move yet, but they're like looking at each other, kind of perplexed.
Yeah, I think Euro will take that, knowing that maybe they're going to be aggressive. I don't know if she'd act just yet. I think she's going to take out her phaser, her hand phaser that she has.
Minor action.
And yeah, and she'll say, "My name is Lieutenant Euro from the USS Carthage. We can discuss this.
No.
No need for violence."
So I think you can ready. So declare a
Yeah.
specific situation. So if they basically if they charge
They
you, you
reach,
shoot 'em.
yeah, or they reach for their guns. Basically, if they act aggressively, she'll shoot.
Yeah, they look at each other and they reach for their holsters immediately.
Yeah, she'll fire the one that's by the closest to,
Yeah,
I think
that's,
the transporter.
That's the Ulan 3. He's basically point blank for you.
All right, so attack phasers.
Yep.
Okay, I do have applicable focus. Yeah, baby.
Okay, that's 1 momentum. I'll add it.
Generate
I need
that
to bring
momentum.
I need to bring this over too. Hold on. You can go ahead and roll damage if you want.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Does that thing have? So it doesn't have vicious. Doesn't have charge because it's so shitty. Well, it hits him and he goes flying back like all exaggerated, and he goes flying off the transporter pad like controls and flies and hits the ground as you just shoot him point blank range. This other one's going to use a minor action to draw, and he'll shoot.
All right.
I'm going to spend... no, I'm not going to spend the right yet. He's just going to shoot. Applicable focus, yes. No! Misses. And his disruptor actually overheats, and he just like, and he drops it on the ground.
So I think, like, cinematically, because she can't act again.
Right.
But cinematically, as it overheats and drops on the ground, Lieutenant Euro takes that action, and she's, like, kind of crouched down, like, fired overhead. Oh, I could, but it's an increased difficulty. Oh, but it's only one difficulty. But then it's only one action, so I wouldn't be able to move and punch.
I
right?
think swift action. If you're talking about swift action, you have to do it like at the same time, right? You have to attack and then move. You can't like split them up.
Yeah, it's fine. But so what Euro will do, basically, like for cinematic, so it overheats and it like shoots overhead. And she's like kind of crouched down a little bit, and she uses that momentum of her crouch to like tuck and roll. And as she's coming up, right before the screen like switches back to the ship combat, her fist is like flying at his face.
Yeah, and that's completely fine because you'll be able to move. I think movement. You're within movement is a minor action as long as it's not too far.
Oh yeah,
And then
that's what will happen.
Yeah, cool.
It's slide.
All right. Where's my music? Weird. Okay, so it's their turn. What am I gonna do? Direct leadership for a blast from them. So he's going to do direct leadership for tactical, which is once per scene. Okay, that's fine. So he needs to make a... So, okay, whatever it is. So he's going to do security, or command, and a big control. So test difficulty is... Oh, it'd be 2 because that's what it normally is. Okay, so... Oh, he's only supposed to roll 1 die, so that's just 1. No, that's not right. Assist. What am I? I'm losing it here. Assist. Do you roll your 4? You just roll 1 die when you assist, or? Can't remember. To assist the test, you must just say grades each assistant rolls 1d. Okay, so just 1. So he gets 1 extra, and then it's going to fire. Just fire at you. Doesn't matter what. There. That is a. I don't understand why that one's not in that list. I believe it's what, con and, or I'm sorry, control and security. Where is it? Security. I'll just use, yeah, security and control. Difficulty is 2. I'm going to spend 1 threat to give him a bonus create advantage. Have focus, yes. Test difficulty 2. And then he's got 1 success from the other shot. Oh boy. Okay. So that's 6 successes. Generates 4 threat. If anybody has any questions about what's happening, just let me know.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nothing good.
Nothing good. I don't believe there's a max threat. If there is, you let me know, but I don't think threat has a maximum. I'm going to use it instantly anyway. It's not going to the pool. Alright, so here's the damage. Attack, disruptor. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, the ship assisted by the ship's computer, so 7 successes. Or assisted by the ship's attack. Now, did you do that last time, Effie?
The
When we
attack?
missed?
She,
I don't
think-
you rolled computers for her. It just didn't get the success.
Okay. Because every time you attack, so when you attack, make sure you click the USS Carthage and then do the attack phaser too, or whatever you're doing, because you're always assisted by your weapon systems as well.
Oh, so, wait, so even though I missed with my roll,
Yeah, it's like any other roll that you're assisted by your ship, it assists you. So it is always going to roll that 1 dice there. So if you didn't do that, you can go ahead.
roll
And...
it for her.
I did not do that.
Okay. Did I roll it for you?
Scroll
You
up,
did roll
Okay.
it.
Okay.
roll and-
All right. Well, next time let's just we'll remember to do that. Yeah. Okay. 0. Okay. Cool. All right. Did not remember. Okay. Here's
we
damage.
just got unlucky.
Yeah. Okay. There's damage. There's location. Computers. I'm gonna spend. Let me see. Where is that momentum spins for? Starship momentum spins.
We might suffer a breach. We gotta see how much resistance we have. That's a big attack.
Yeah. I'm
The threat's still going up.
I'm gonna spend 2 for devastating attack, so it's gonna hit another system. And then let's see what that is. So it's also gonna be structure, and then I'm gonna spend 1, and this is all just what I generated. 1 for penetration, so that's gonna decrease the structure. Okay, so all right, here we go. All right, your structure is, so I did 6 damage, and let me see. Okay, range. Oh, I shot torpedoes. I did not mean to shoot torpedoes. It's the same. That's weird. I thought I hit.
Range.
Boy, I think they have different damage. So 6 challenge dice. Hold on, let me look. Sorry. The damage could be different. Yeah, the damage is very different. I can go with plasma torpedoes if you want me to, but you tell me.
It's your call. You're the one shooting me.
Yeah. I mean, it would be 1. I mean, whatever. Let's do torpedoes. So I generate 1 less momentum because the difficulty would be 1 higher. So okay, no penetration, but we will do the 2 systems. So torpedo, it has. So they shoot a torpedo at medium range instead of long. Persistent and calibration. Let me remember what those do real quick. Persistent X, so it's persistent 8. The attack leaves behind a lingering energy field which will continue to damage the target. At the end of each round, the target vessel suffers an additional X damage, so 8. This lasts a number of rounds equal to the effects roll. It lasts 3 rounds. So let me
So all the Star Trek symbols, essentially that's how you buy these special effects?
that's called an effect. Yep. So when you
see,
roll
okay.
an effect, I think it's a 5 and a 6 on a d6.
Ah, okay. And then Viana essentially gets to choose, I want this and that and this off the table.
Yeah, if it says that, yeah, that you could use that. So that's there for 3. Okay, so that's that, and it does 8 damage. Okay. All right, so that's that part. Calibration. Where is it? Calibration. Okay. So I was supposed to do a minor action, which is free, so I mean, I would have done it before fire.
Devastating doesn't seem to hit a separate system. I think Devastating here says engineering tasks to repair
Yeah,
the
I
damage
did.
caused by this weapon.
Yeah, I didn't do Devastating. I did. Well, hold on. Let me look.
I think you wanted to do maybe high yield, which says if there's a breach, then there's an. No,
I'm spending momentum. Devastating attack. Roll an additional system. That system suffers an additional hit, dealing half the primary attack's damage, rounding down. Yeah, that wasn't an effect. That was a momentum spend. Yeah. So.
Man, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah. So we'll do the computers first. So 6 damage, and your structure is what?
Let me see.
I think it's 6.
It's 10.
It's 10.
The structure of a Galaxy class is 10.
Okay. Hold on, let me...
We have some sort of resistance, but I'm not sure where that is on the sheet.
Resistance, I think I just put... It's not actually in the sheet. I think I had to put it in the bio or the talents or something. Where did I put it?
Tractor beam, secondary reactors. I don't see it in the
It should be...
bio.
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing that should reduce damage coming in, then the shields, and only then does it do damage, actually.
Right. I think it's 3, but let me look. If you can you look at Galaxy class starships and see what it is real quick?
Yeah, sure. Galaxy class starship is on page 246. Everything that you have in the sheet matches what it says in the book in terms of the systems and the departments.
Yeah.
It does not say how much resistance there is, because the resistance, I think, it goes up and down just like shields do.
No, I don't believe it does. Hold on. I think it's like your armor.
Yeah.
Resistance
like
come in 2 forms: static, yeah, static and cover. Cover you roll for.
Because I feel like one of the stations could gain resistance. I think it was tactical. By modulating shields can increase our resistance, actually.
Okay, I think you have resistance per your scale. I'm looking. It's resistance. Alien. Okay.
Oh god, 150 times it gets mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, here, page, found it, 253. Resistance. A starship has resistance equal to its scale.
Scale.
So 6.
So 6. So yeah,
Start with
okay.
6.
So that's your armor, or basically, I think. But I don't think. I think it goes shields, then.
No, it starts off with resistance. And then shields, and then you start getting breaches. Let me see where it says combat resolution. If they're successful, you inflict damage. When you're hit, first to shields, then possibly to the systems.
Yeah, first to shoot.
Ships have shields.
Yeah, roll
Most
the
ships
number.
also have a quantity of resistance, which reduces total damage received, allowing them to shrug off some effect of the attack.
Yeah, so reduce the total damage. Okay, so that would be all 6. So all 6, and so that would be for both those hits. They don't get by your resistance. So it hits, but it sparks this thing like all around you. This like pulsating energy. Yeah. So that was their second action. Their next action will be
Our ship is pretty tough.
Yeah. Someone is
Yeah.
going to shoot from a different console as they shoot their disruptor banks. So the difficulty will be 1 higher. So it's going to be a difficulty of 3. So security and control. I'm going to spend a momentum to create advantage, or threat, I should say. So I need
This
to
is a
hit
case
the-
where in the show they say, minor damage, shields are holding!
Right.
Because the shields are fully holding.
So it's a hit. Okay, let me subtract one of those. Okay, here comes attack disruptor. Oh, that's one. I haven't even done this part. Okay, that's okay. So another momentum.
What weapon system are they firing?
They're
this?
firing the disruptor this time. It must. My macros must be like backwards. I don't. Sorry,
Okay.
that's what's happening. Okay, okay. So
you
ignore
said, like,
ignore that
green.
part. Ignore the successes. Okay. There we go. 8. Location structure. Now they have
Shit.
vicious, so that's an extra damage for every effect. So we're talking about 11. I'm gonna spend a threat to re-roll my blanks. So 3 challenge dice. Oh my gosh. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
Yeah, that's not okay.
16 damage, so 10 of it, or 6 is soaked. Medium range, okay. 6 is soaked, 10 left. Okay, now shields. Damage.
We currently have. We had 12. Now we have 2.
Yep.
So shields went from 100% to under 20 in one disruptor attack.
Mm-hmm. Someone please lower your shields for me. I'm going to lower power. And then the engineer on that ship is going to increase power too. What is that? You said it's engineering.
Do they get to go four times instead of 3?
You go 4 times
Oh.
too.
Shit.
Yep. So that would be engineering and control, and that was
Yeah, for power.
Yep.
Yeah,
Applicable
yeah, or
focus.
daring if you want to use daring.
It's
also
all the
allowed.
same for them.
Okay.
Difficulty 2. Yep, they got it. So they get their power back, and then it is your turn. We'll do. You have Euro first. Let's do her.
To be fair, there is a special rule that if more than 5 damage is sustained,
You take a breach.
with-
That's right.
we take breach. We take a breach.
Oh, you didn't take 2. You took 2 damage. Or you took no damage.
we took 10.
Yeah.
Well,
You
the
can.
shields, right?
Shield absorb 10.
Yeah, you.
Right, but it does say if past resistance. I mean, I'm happy to rule in our
Let
favor.
me see.
Fuck it.
Reduce total.
It's Rule A, 3A on page
Mhm.
227. If the ship suffers 5 or more damage from a single attack after reduction from resistance, the system hit suffers a breach. So it's sort of a, narratively speaking, your shields might have held, but the system still takes damage.
So what do the shields even do? Damage may suffer 1 or more breaches to the system struck. If any of the following occurs, if more than one condition occurs, each one causes a breach. Okay, so A. If the ship suffers 5 or more damage from a single attack or hazard after reduction from resistance, the ship takes a breach. If this is here. Let's look at shields then, because I'm confused. What does shields do then?
Well, they reduced it. I mean, we would have taken massive breaches if the shields hadn't taken off most of the damage. But I think in the show, what they're trying to simulate is sometimes the ship has, 20% shields left,
Right.
but still you see consoles exploding, and actual, like, some of the damage seems to be bleeding through in the show, despite shields still being up, and maybe that's what this is trying to do.
Hold on. Ships have a quality of shields representing the defensive fields. Shields function similar to the work track of an extended task. A ship's normal maximum shields are equal to blah 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 at the start of a new ship. That still doesn't make any sense. So I still don't understand what shields do, because it hasn't reduced any of the damage. Reduce the total damage rolled by 1 point of total resistance. Okay. If there is more damage than reduction, the shield loses 1 point of shield for each remaining damage. Okay. Shield may suffer one or more breaches to the system struck if any of the following occurs. Yeah, so it... Okay, I think it's just two different types of damage, really. Right? Like, your shields do... okay, yeah. Here, I don't know why my music stopped. Okay, so you do take 2 breaches. I have a way to do this, I think. So those were
2?
both structure. Structure. 2 breaches. Okay.
Why is it 2?
Because you took 5 from a single... Okay, so it is 1. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, you're right. 1. Let me change that. How do I do that? It's got to be attribute. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's the first time for all of us. Once we hit 3 breaches on any system, that's considered damaged for that system.
Yep. Yeah, there's a... So, yep. Scale.
Well,
Your
so-
scale
okay.
is 6, right?
6.
So you need 3.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, the ship rocks as it hits you with that disruptor blast, and you are taking heavy fire already. And on the Romulan Warbird, Euro, what would you like to do?
Euro's gonna follow through. Yeah, so that cinematic where she like rolls and is about to do an uppercut in the sky, she's gonna finish that and try to punch him. So
Let's do-
attack unarmed.
Yep, this is a opposed task.
It's a 3.
Okay, so let me roll for him. Security fitness, as he tries to duck. I'm not going to do anything like that. Have a global focus yet. Task difficulty, 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 for both of you. Whoops. Okay, so you definitely hit him. You generate 2 momentum.
Amazing.
What would you like to do?
So I gotta double check this. This is really good. So it says, let's see, the attack is designed to inflict maximum harm and capacity them first swiftly. The cost to avoid injury caused by an intense weapon, which is her fist, increases by 1 for each effect rolled, so that's increased by 4 to avoid injury. And the attack inflicts X additional damage by each effect rolled. So it does, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
How do you knock this
From
guy?
the
Yeah, you just knock him completely unconscious, obviously.
So she rolls and she hits him with an uppercut, and he flies up, and his head like hits the upper bulkhead, and he smashes into it and then crashes to the ground. And Lieutenant Euro looks around and she sees the 2 that are on the ground. They had hopefully no way of knowing or alerting anyone, since it was just a quick like 1-2, and immediately her vision turns to like their own transporter console, and I think that's where her part fades out. I don't think anyone's coming in, but maybe
You can move. I would let you like basically do some minor,
She moves to the transporter console.
Yep. Okay.
You can quick question. You can transport within a chip when the shields are up, right?
Well, yeah, but your ship, the Carthage ship's shields are up too right now.
No. I'm just wondering to transport inside of this ship.
Site to site.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, just want to know that. Thank you.
Yeah. I get you now. I get you. All right, Captain. You've taken damage, and there's this massive energy field around you. You think if you stay there, it might be bad.
Shit. I just,
You can always move, right?
yeah, I'm. Let's see, what are our close range options on this thing?
Close range, I don't believe there's any weapons that have, besides tractor beam, or, yeah, I don't know.
I just think we have to be more aggressive. So we're outgunned. They're in our space, okay. After taking that hit and receiving the report, I think we lost, what, 80% shields with one attack. Conroy immediately reconsiders his stance, and it becomes a thing of protecting Federation space and the crew. So, he would again reach out to transporter room, continue to try to lock on to Lieutenant Euro's signature, and then he'll look to Viana. Number 1, take whatever available shots you can. Don't bother aiming at the engines anymore. It's a dogfight now. Maintain attack pattern. And I will do direct this time, I think.
I think you can only do that once per scene, but yep.
Yes. I will direct for... Let's see where it is. There it is. Officer Tennessee. See, assist task using the command skill.
Yep.
So I'll direct Viana whenever she shoots.
Yep. So go ahead and we can do that next. If you want her to shoot next, or what would you like to do? Now, if you stay in this square, you're going to get hit by an automatic 8 damage. Just so you know.
Okay, so I thought that was going to happen to us no matter what we did.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I would direct Del to move.
If you move,
I would do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have Del move, but I would use my direct command.
That's
on
fine.
Firing.
Yep.
So
that's fine.
I'll roll that and then we have Del move and then.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter what order you
shot.
take, really, unless you're moving into their square or away from them.
No, just a different square other than this one.
Yep.
It is perfectly fine. So,
Which way would you like to move, Del? You may move the ship.
Do you want to do that now? That'll be my main task then, by the way. I'm not going to be able to do any sort of attack pattern or evasive action.
It doesn't look like it.
itself is a task.
You could have, if you wanted to have somebody else, like maybe not Slaw go, you could have the other helmsman do it, so you could do attack pattern, but somebody is gonna, you're gonna miss out on
No, for sure.
turn.
No, I'm just explaining to the captain that as the act of maneuvering the ship zone to zone means that I cannot also then do an attack
Yes, that's
pattern.
correct.
That's fine. That's more for narrative anyway. That we're just going to continue being aggressive. I want us to move and not die.
Okay, we've moved.
Okay.
And then I will do a command assist roll for what is it for direct command presence?
Well, you do command and then whatever their task is. So security
So
or
command security. Okay. So I'll assist. I'll direct.
you have 5. You
Viana,
have 5
that's
momentum in the pool. Don't forget.
Yes. Yes, Viana. Don't forget. But I'll do mine. I can't do command security.
It might be just command control then.
Control.
Yeah. I always get confused which one's which.
Whenever I assist another character using command discipline, I can re-roll a d20 on their task.
Nice.
Direct.
Just roll 1 die,
Focus on
remember.
this.
So that's very good. So they'll get 2 immediate successes on whatever they do. All right, Vayana, what would you like to do?
She's gonna take the shot. She's
Okay.
without really focusing on a certain area. So that is
Yep. So you're
trying to remember again.
so there'll be 2. So you're gonna roll control security, and the difficulty is normally 2 from here. So you can use momentum to buy extra dice if you want.
The first one's cheap, right? Is the one momentum
Yeah,
for
the
a die?
first one's
Yeah,
cheap.
I would
Yeah.
definitely do one at
How
least.
much momentum do we have left?
5.
5 or maxed.
Okay.
You got one. You're not quite max, but yeah.
I'll guzzle those up with Bra if we restore shields, because each one spent gives 2 shields back.
Ooh.
And you might generate more here. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you might want to use them for damage. But anyway, good.
Yeah, Captain. What do you think? Should
I would spend 1. You've got 2 successes already. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
one momentum?
And then you can
One
still
momentum.
spend power to get more dice, right?
Right.
Wasn't that
there's
for the
more,
favors?
more damage.
More
Yep.
damage.
I would definitely do that.
We got plenty of power currently.
Yes.
Be ashamed to die with lots of power in the tank.
How do I add momentum?
So and when it asks you how many dice to roll, put 3. 3d20.
Yeah, I need to factor. Are you kidding me?
So it's a
We're fine,
hit.
we're fine.
It's a hit because of the captain's great skills in directing you how to shoot.
Ship assistance.
And yeah, and then go ahead and click on the ship and then click attack phaser.
Because we might still get it.
So there
Yep,
you go.
there you go.
You generated 1
And we have an
momentum.
extra.
Go ahead and click roll damage and roll location. Did you want to spend extra power to actually roll more challenge dice? Probably should have done that before. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can do up to 2.
Yeah. I would do 2 more and then spend your extra momentum to re-roll all the blanks. That'd be
Okay,
my
so how do I add power?
So you just tell me you want to use power.
Yes.
So you want to use 2 power or 1 power?
Sir, what? 2 power.
Okay, let me see 1 second. Weapons. Where am I? Why am I all the way down here? Give me a second. I just looked that up, but I already forgot exactly how. Where is it?
Oh, for more momentum, also, Effie, you can re-roll one of those zeros in your task check for the attempt and the attack, because whenever I assist someone using command, they can re-roll 1.
Okay, how do I do that?
Just
You could. Go ahead.
Yep. No, go ahead.
Go ahead and do. Well, you should click on your token, and there should be a macro for, I think, re-roll d20.
It just says. I think it says. Oh, you're re-rolling. You're re-rolling a attack die.
Yeah, just because it could give us more. It could
yes.
give us more
Mhm.
momentum to play with.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Oh, so I do reroll d20
Yes. And just 1.
and 1.
Wow.
That's a complication.
Yep. Sorry.
I'll just take it as threat right now. Make it easy. Give me 1 second. I can't find this anymore. Okay. Energy. Okay. So 2 additional power, increased damage by +1. Okay, so +2. Okay, now I want you to roll 2 challenge dice. So go ahead and click on your token, and there should be something that says ZZ roll challenge dice. Roll 2 of those. And I'm subtracting 2 power. Okay.
All right. So what you
So you're
do
6.
now? We have 1 extra momentum that we could pull, but in this case, you could re-roll all those blank dice with it.
Yep.
To see if you can generate damage with it. So that's what I would recommend.
Reroll all of those?
All the blanks.
Yep, you could spend 1 momentum, and then you just do the same that roll challenge die that you just did, and you just do 5 because we have 5 blanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll spend the momentum for
alright,
it.
so all I'm on the roll challenge die, and then in challenge dice I put 5.
Yes.
Good.
Better.
Okay, so that is 9. 9 to sensors. Let's see what we got here. Resistance is equal scale. That's 6. So 3 more. Hits shield for 3. And they don't take any damage. Those are shields. Are you shields?
They take
I
3
think
to shields?
Yep.
let's see.
Shit, they have a resistance of 6 then.
Yeah, they have resistance of
We do get plus momentum for those effects, I believe. That's what it is. For versatile and phasers.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, so you be maxed out. Where's shields? Why is...
You can immediately spend those, by the way.
Yes, I'm thinking. Trying
Let's
to
not max out, because we can immediately spend those. How much momentum did we get then? 6?
It's 2. I think it's,
You
it
could
says
you could just
plus
add
X momentum.
damage too, you know.
Yeah, it's did that. Well, it would be better for 1 momentum. Per momentum, you can off their resistance, which is much better point by point than just adding 1 damage per. So if we spend 3 momentum to ignore all of their resistance, then our entire shot goes through.
Mm-hmm.
As an example.
That's very good.
I like that.
But did we get 6? Because there are 6 of these Star Trek signs.
1, 2, 3,
There's
4,
a
5,
lot more than
6.
6.
No, there's 6.
It
There's
says,
6.
it says versatile 2.
Oh, so you multiple them, so there's 12. Is that right?
So use them all.
I believe so.
Versatile.
I mean,
The
it's
attack
plus-
gains X bonus points of bonus if successful. Yeah, no, so you actually
Huh?
just get 2. Attack gains
Okay.
X point of bonus momentum if successful. It doesn't. You don't get it per effect. It doesn't say that.
Okay.
So you just get 2 momentum. So you can use 2 momentum though. That would put you at 6 momentum. If you. So it's not per effect, but
I mean that's. I
So
still
we can
think
do 4 more
can-
damage, or we take them, as momentum pool, whatever you want.
I mean, 4 more damage would cause a breach, right?
Oh shit, you're right. Yes, it would,
I think
including
we,
the breach effect in the book.
I think we do the damage.
Yeah, so damage goes. So essentially, it ignores 4 of the resistance. Ted.
okay. So you did how many damage? You did. Let's see, 5.
7 go through.
7 go through. Okay. So 1 breach to sensors.
Sensors.
Yep.
Sensors.
That's not going to do anything yet, but
It has an impact effect,
attack.
I think. Sensor. Is that sensors? Is that what we hit?
Yep.
Yes.
Whenever sensors, this is page 229. Whenever sensor system suffers 1 or more breaches, it disrupts those functions temporarily until the sensor officer performs a restore minor action, which is trivial. No task can be attempted which will use or be assisted by the ship's sensors.
Okay.
Oh, until that minor action is performed, all attacks made by the ship increase in difficulty by 1.
Okay. So somebody will have to do that. Okay. Which it's a minor action though, so yeah, they just will automatically do it then. All right.
But it might force someone to go that maybe wouldn't have gone otherwise.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of action economy thing. Yeah.
And
So
so,
I've went-
but their shields are down actually more than. So they lost how many shields? There's 2 more damage, so they lost.
7, right? Wait, 2 more? Where's the 2 more coming
Well,
from?
you said okay. So let me count it. So 5 damage, 6 damage, 9 damage. Then the
They have
resistance.
2 resistance left.
2 resistance. So 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yep.
It was a good return salvo, Liana.
All right. That was 3 actions. What's your last one? Slaw.
Should probably be Slaw, I think, trying to get our shields back up.
Okay. I'll use the regenerate shields task by using control plus engineering with a difficulty of 0. Actually, last time the difficulty would have been easier because I'm in main engineering, which reduces all of my difficulties by 1.
Okay.
So there's a difficulty of 0 for control engineering, assisted by the ship's structure plus engineering. So, Brav, engineering, control, 2d20 is not a focus because that's shield systems, not power management, task difficulty. I can't set it to 0.
That's fine. Just do 1.
Got it.
So
Then
it's
it's-
2 momentum.
And then assisted by structure plus engineering on the ship.
Mhm.
Structure.
It's on there.
Structure plus engineering.
Okay.
Okay, that's 0. So I have do I have extra successes? Is that what that means?
You generated 2 momentum.
Okay. If successful, the ship regains 2 points of shields, plus 2 more for each momentum spend. So I'll get 2.
Is it an
Plus-
immediate? Is it an immediate momentum spend? Does it say I next to it?
No,
Or
no, it
R?
just says momentum spend. Yeah, it's a repeatable.
Yeah.
yes.
So repeatable, I don't think you can play from the pool. You have to generate them right there. So you would get
2.
it's 2 per, or you raise them 2, and then you would get 1 per momentum spent.
2 per momentum spend.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, you didn't generate any extra momentum.
So I'm generating 6 shields, right? Because I was successful, and then you said I have 2 momentum that I gained, which I will cash into 4 shields. So it's 6, right?
Let me see. Regeneration sword. 1. No. Successful gains 2 points of shields. Yes. Correct. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Yeah, because
Should
it's
I
difficult.
try to- I had assumed I could just drain our momentum pool to keep repeating this, the momentum spend.
You have to actually generate the momentum. You can't pay it from the pool to do this. You could do like a swift task and spend 2 momentum and do it again.
What do you think, Captain?
I don't hate it because I don't think we can.
We're at 8 out of 12
Take-
shields now.
And that was -1 power, so you're 12 power.
They've been rolling really well. Is the thing. Like,
Yeah, I'm happy to take more momentum and just
Yeah,
re-roll.
I
roll this again.
think we can go. So we started at 12. Do we ever exceed 12 shields?
I believe
I don't
it
think
said
we
you
can.
can, yeah.
Oh, we can.
I think it said you could go above your
That was power.
power. Okay,
That's the
so
power,
no,
I
so
think.
I would say no
Yeah.
unless I see something otherwise.
Yeah, so we might max shields out, but we are still missing 4. And you're assuming I'm rolling extra successes.
Okay.
You're gonna spend 2 momentum to make the roll, basically.
It's at an
I think
increased
it's-
difficulty.
Yeah,
So it's
it'd be difficulty 1.
Yeah.
I can do a rally next turn. Yeah, do it. Go ahead. I just want to stab momentum for our shots, but this is good. We need to survive to shoot, so do it.
Control, 2d20, submit, no focus, difficulty 1. That's that.
Okay.
And then the
One
ship
momentum.
has, this was, I think, structure, short term, yeah, structure and engineering. Structure plus engineering, come on, roll well. You did it!
Okay, you're full.
And I have
How
1
much-
extra momentum, right?
Sweet.
Well,
that's really
unless you're
cool.
spending them on. So you rolled difficulty 1, so that adds 2, right? Right there, and
Yep.
then 2 per successes. Yep. So you'd have 1 momentum left.
I'll pay that back to the
Okay,
team.
perfect. All right, and that is the ship's turn. Okay, it's gonna be their turn. What are they gonna do?
Is it their turn or is it Euro's turn?
It is. I was just gonna. I'm
just
going
wondering,
back
sorry.
and forth, but if you want to go, you can go. How's that sound?
I mean, if you let me.
Sure, it's fine. It's your turn technically. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So Euro's at the console.
Mhm.
She's able to transport if she wants wherever she'd like.
I
on
would
the
probably
ship,
make you
correct?
make a engineering
Mhm.
task because it's just so
I-
foreign technology. You've never been on a Romulan ship before.
If possible, I don't want If possible, I don't want to transport Euro. I want to see if I can lock on to the crew in ops and transport them out of ops.
I don't think so because you wouldn't know who to transport.
Whoever, if I can mess with whoever is in basically like in ops and just take them out and move them somewhere else. If
Like
that's
you're talking about the
possible.
bridge, or
I'm talking about bridge. Sorry,
I
I'm
would
talking
give
about the
you
people in
a
bridge.
okay. It would be a difficulty engineering daring. Difficulty
Okay,
3.
what's the
3.
difficulty? Can I use all of our momentum for 2 extra dice for this? Because I'm not great at engineering, and I think this will fuck them up a bit.
It's your call.
Not into a wall. Into, like, I want to transfer them into, like, the hull or something like
Or
that.
space. That's...
But the shields are raised.
Well, out inside the
and
sheet,
that's-
whatever. Yeah, you can get rid of them effectively if you would like.
There's a
Yeah.
little space, I think, between the shields and the hull. They can fit.
Yeah. Make them
I
fit.
don't think she'd do that. No, unfortunately, that's cruel. That's not a
Is it
Starfleet
cruel?
thing to do. So sorry, you said engineering daring?
Yeah. Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Are you using all of them?
I'm gonna use so I'll get 4 dice total. I'm gonna use all the momentum. I'm really hoping I get this. I have no applicable focus. I'm really sorry if I don't, but this will be cool. Yes!
And you generate 1 momentum.
Fine.
So
I'll
Euro,
let
she
you-
sees
So just before, I'll let you do 2 people out of there with the extra momentum if you want to spend it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll teleport or I'll transport 2 people out of there.
Super cool.
Yeah, so Euro like looks at it and her first instinct is to transport herself onto the bridge and just start wailing on them and just, just kind of wreck their entire flow. But instead Euro has fantastic idea because no one else is here. No one else actually knows that she's on board. So Euro like checks, it's very alien technology for the with Romulans and everything, and she like looks over it and ends up figuring out going through the computer and locking onto 2 people on the bridge and then energizing and sending them both to like a complete opposite end of the ship to completely disrupt everything going on the bridge right now.
And mechanically that will work as they only get 2 turns this time. All right, perfect. All right, so there's havoc going on in the bridge for sure. Someone is going to use a minor action to clear the sensors from the breach, and they will. What do they want to do? Let me see. There might be a security task I want to do. Give me a sec. That's kind of not fair. But what I'll do is I'm going to do a deploy security task to the transporter room. So I'm going to do a presence plus security, difficulty 1. I'm not going to oppose it because it's kind of the way it works is like if somebody boards you and you succeed, it's like contained. So I don't want that to be the case because obviously I want you to be able to play, right? So, but what I'm going to do is for every success, 1 unit comes in. Okay?
All right.
Does that make sense? Presence and security. Security. Presence. I'm going to spend a momentum for 3d10. Focus. Difficulty 1. Okay. 2. With a complication.
Trip over each other.
Let me remove that. I'm going to say I can't call for reinforcements the first round that they get there. So that's the first one. The second one, I'm going to repair shields. Engineering. Regenerate shields is what I'm going to do.
Someone remind me, when a task has a difficulty of X,
Yep.
and you hit that number exactly,
Yep.
is that considered then a success?
It is.
Yes.
Yes. And anything
Okay,
anything
random.
above that is when you start generating momentum.
I got it.
So engineering. Control engine.
So Hero is facing 2 people.
Yes, she will be.
Cool. I'm just trying to imagine it in my head.
Control. I'm going to spend another one of my threat. Test difficulty 1. Okay, now I've got to do the ship. It is structure plus engineering. Structure, engineering. So, 2 shields. Plus 1 for every momentum. Okay, so 2 shields there. 1, 2. 1. So he generated how many momentum? Generated 2 momentum, so 1. This is 2 for. Okay, so you see the shields kind of fluctuate back up to almost full power on them. What is shields normally equals power, correct? Isn't that what it is? Make sure I didn't go.
Shields does not equal power. Those are 2 different pools.
Yeah, I mean, but how do you derive shields? Because I don't know what I started with. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, what would you start out with for shields?
Yeah,
Did it just say in the ship section? Let me just see.
I think I went over. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, you might have gone over.
Is that what?
Doesn't say in the section for Galaxy, so it must be in some other section where it says how
Yeah,
much.
it's
Maybe it's a matter of scale.
maybe.
Shields.
Shields. That's probably in the
I mean, I know that for small crafts. No, that maybe the rules are different for small crafts because there it's structure plus security, then half it round down. Could that have been what you did for all?
Structure, security, just together for big ships, let's see.
Oh yeah, and it
shields.
is 12.
Okay, it is. Shields equal to its structure,
Structure plus security.
Okay, so its structure is. Okay.
What's its structure, Ted? What is it?
It's something.
I'm gonna make note for Starfleet. Romulan trade secrets.
Is where the hell is structure on the sheet? Is it not on the sheet?
System underneath engines. If you're looking at the ship sheet, it was systems, and it should be the 4th one. If you're going left to right.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, I did not max out. It's almost all the way, and then that's their turn. Euro, I will let you go first. As these guys come in on you, they come in kind of as you're at the transporter pad. So let's get rid of these 2 guys. Just throw them in the channel here. Yeah, 2 guys report. There's disruptor pistols are already raised, and they're run into you.
Yeah, Lieutenant Yura seeing that, I think that's when she is going to see if she can engage the transporters again, but instead transport herself to the bridge.
Transport them away?
No, transport her to the bridge.
Okay, yeah. I'd say it's difficulty 2 this time, since you kind of have
Amazing.
a little bit of an idea.
Okay. I don't know if I can do this. I'm really nervous. I don't know if I'll be
Actually,
able to do
I'm going to
this.
say a difficulty 1.
Okay.
You're targeting
I still don't know.
yourself. Yeah.
Something goes wrong, but I do it.
Yeah, you transport yourself, but maybe not to the bridge. You transport yourself
That's
to
fine.
a random hallway in the ship. You are not sure where you are. Have no idea.
Yeah, she smirks a bit seeing the two run in, and she instantly like just energizes, thinking that she's going to the bridge, thinking that she kind of reversed polarities. So instead of sending people away, she can drive herself there. But she miscalculates slightly. She's not used to doing this sort of thing, and energizes, and instantly like pauses. She's ready to attack, and she looks around. There's no one in the hallway, and she's like, "Why the prophets?" Just looking around. Frustrated.
Then we
That's
go
her.
to a commercial break, and as we get back, the USS Carthage is ready to go once again. What are you
I
doing,
will
Captain? Rally?
for
Okay.
the momentum that we so desperately crave. So, command presence, I believe. Focus. Test repulse is 0, so it'd be 3 momentum. That's Captain's.
Okay.
Basically just again trying to inspire his crew, telling everyone to do better. I think this time attack pattern for Del.
Okay. Attack pattern makes it easier to attack. If I scan for weakness instead, it allows us to get piercing on the effect. Per Star Trek sign rolled, we get piercing 2, which ignores 2 resistance.
I think
So we can either make it easier to hit, or we can make it harder to. We hit harder. You get
we're
to choose which
difficulty
one.
1, I think, right now because
2?
You're at difficulty 2.
Oh no, 1.
she's at the console.
Yeah, you're at
So
difficulty 2.
actually, do a scan. Actually, that'd be better because I maximize the damage. So
Cool,
I
okay.
believe we're gonna hit.
Yeah, because I think that's the 2 different options. One, I can make it easier for her, or if we hit, I can make the hit be harder. Essentially hit harder. Okay, in that case, I will do scan for weakness, which is a science task. I will roll control plus science with a difficulty of 1, assisted by the computer, increased by difficulty by 1 for each range category beyond close. So it's a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
Because we're not right on top of them. Science and control. Science and control. 2d20. Not a focus. Difficulty 2. That's good. And then
yeah, you can use your computers
assist
too.
with
Sensors.
sensors plus security. Security plus... Where the hell is sensors?
It should be task sensors. If you click on your ship.
Oh, my bad. I was still on my own character. And... Security.
Okay, so
Wow.
that generated a momentum.
Okay. So for Viana, if you shoot during this next turn, our attack gains the piercing 2 quality, ignoring 2 of the target's resistances per effect that we roll, and the effect is a Star Trek sign.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Further, if you buy any bonus d20s for that attack, then it inflicts +1 damage automatically for each bonus die you buy. And that's it.
And what you could do, since that's only 2 actions, right? You could have your ensign, USS Carthage crew try to do attack pattern delta or whatever. So you could use your crew to do it, if you want.
Did they flub their previous attack? Because I was expecting at this point to have to recharge shields.
No, they didn't attack.
What
remember,
happened?
because Euro transported 2 of
Oh,
them
because she
away.
disrupted.
Yeah.
So
So
that buys us a turn where we can really lay into them.
yeah. So they'll attack next turn, but yeah.
So we have 2 people left. Couldn't we do 2 attacks then also?
You could. The second attack would be at a increased difficulty because you'd be shooting for someplace else.
And it would be really difficult with torpedoes, right? Because it starts at a 3. They're in close range, so it's a 4. But because it's a second person...
Well, I think torpedoes are actually 2. I think.
No, they're 3.
No, they're 3. Okay,
they're
if they're
3.
3 base,
Yeah,
then it'd be 4
they would
base.
start it. They would start at 2, and then it'd be
It'd be 4 from there
suboptimal range,
Oof.
and then second tag, yeah, before.
if it was your second attack.
Torpedoes?
Yep. If we did torpedoes, yes.
So yeah, Captain, do you think we should shoot twice, or have another person make the attack easier now?
They
and then
could
shoot
try.
once.
I mean, your crew
Yeah,
is
no,
rolling against a
There's
10.
I think it's worth. Okay, so what the thing is, I think maybe like what else are we doing if we don't make the attack easier, right? Because we're just gonna generate power, which isn't bad.
Attack
There's also
twice.
because we've got two breaches, right? We can fix. I know there's minor actions to fix breaches. I don't know if that's a thing that someone wants to do. There's also the sick bay stuff, which is basically I can make daring and medical tasks. If successful, the next task, which uses that department, may reroll 1d20 as an injured person from that personnel comes back, rushing to work.
It's
There is that
structure
option.
Is the thing. That's what our breach is in structure, so
hmm
I don't really
Yeah,
know.
damage control will. You can't fix breaches, but you can fix the negative qualities that they give you with damage control.
Yeah, we don't have to do that yet
Yeah.
because we're not at 3.
Mm.
So I'd say, yeah, I like the idea of just laying in as much damage as we can. The question
Yeah,
is,
it's
how do we do so?
Be more aggressive. I think it's 2 attacks. I think we just attack with because we had to attack with a different weapon, right? If we can't attack with phasers twice, we can.
Oh boy,
Well, we are impacted.
That's the effect of when the breach occurs, and after
Yeah.
that, that's it.
Yeah, if you look at the if you look at that table on breaches
Yeah.
table,
Oh, I see it here.
227. Yeah, that's a good question. If you can attack
Okay,
with
it
the
doesn't
same
have
thing
anything.
twice.
I don't think.
Because I like the idea of attacking
For sure.
twice with phasers because then it's we're at task difficulty 1 and then 2. That sounds a lot. This sounds very doable, especially momentum spend.
Let's look at that real quick and see if you can.
If we can only attack once with phasers, we make the most of it. If we can attack twice with phasers, we attack twice with phasers.
Oh, you're right. Because under fire weapon, it says the officer nominates one active weapon system, chooses a target, and fires.
Maybe we can hit twice and pump power into it twice, and maybe get some real work in on this thing.
Two.
Let me look under tactical, maybe. Fire weapon. I don't see anything that says you can't. Choose a viable target for the weapon. Yeah, no, I think you can shoot twice with the same thing.
All right.
You
I think-
can't do it from the same console twice.
Yeah, we'd need someone else. Like, what's the other security guy?
McMurphy.
Not McMurphy. It would be because Murphy's down in the hold. It would have been the blonde guy that was in the hostage standoff. Something. I can't remember his goddamn name.
Oh,
Yeah, we need someone else to take the
it would-
override.
you would just
you
use
call it
use
crew.
Carthage crew probably.
Yeah. A security officer just on the bridge at the side console or something.
Right.
Chances are they won't make the torpedo attack, but if they do, that could be cool.
Well, they don't have to. They
Oh,
could.
no, you're right. We
Yeah,
do phases
you
twice.
do
Yeah, let's
phases.
try
Double
it.
phasers, yeah.
Pew, pew.
Do you want Ivana to take the harder shot? Viana?
That's a good point. Yes, because she's momentum. So I think we just have like a Carthage crew make the first phaser shot,
All right.
and then Diana.
Make it so. Whoever wants to click on the Carthage crew.
By the way, we can also do modulate shields to increase our resistance. Kind of a thing we can do. Never mind. Another time.
I think smash into him.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Smash this. We don't. Let's see. So that'd be
Bring it home, Viana.
security control
Yes, security control.
for the crew. Okay.
So extra.
They have focus in this.
Yeah. Crew has focus and everything.
And now they're not at the tech console.
Yeah, so
Is it
difficulty
Still
3.
task difficulty. Difficulty 3 for phasers.
Yeah, well, it's 2 normally, right? For medium range,
Okay.
and then add 1.
I want to be clear, the bonus that Joran gave only applies to the very next attack.
Ooh, yeah, you
So
might
if you
want.
want Viana to
Then it's Diana.
Yeah,
That's Diana.
okay.
Go ahead, Diana.
because he found one weakness that
You
we're
might
trying
want to.
exploit.
You might change what you want to do depending on how this attack goes too. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Bionic and
Okay, so we're still doing torpedoes?
No, you're doing phasers.
Nope.
no, it's phasers. So it'd be
Okay.
difficulty 1.
Difficulty 2.
Am I adding anything?
I'd
You want me to
recommend
add
adding dice
momentum?
because you currently get a bonus for each die that you add. You also generate automatically an extra damage.
You can generate 2 with 3. Or I'm sorry, you can generate 2. You could spend your entire pool and generate 2 extra dice.
Okay, so am I doing that with just my security plus reason? I mean, sorry. Security control?
Yes. Security control, and then if you want to add 2 dice, so if you want to roll 40-20, then you're going to spend 3 momentum to do that.
Yes.
Okay. So you're down to 1 momentum.
It will be a great attack for us.
Are the difficulties 2 or 3?
It is 2.
2.
Okay. So now go ahead and click on your ship and click attack phaser. Okay. So nice. So you generated 2 momentum. I'll just put it in the pool now. Let's just keep track. Go ahead and click roll damage, roll location. Oh my goodness. Okay, so go ahead, you guys.
Absolutely want to re-roll. I think the
Yeah,
blanks.
it's so...
Yeah, say 1. I'd say pump 2 power as well. Pump 2 power into it, and then so roll 2 more challenge dice to see where we're at for damage.
Oh yeah, because we can do that before re-rolling.
So you're down to 10 power.
Okay, so 5.
1, 2,
So yeah, and then I'd say spend 1 momentum on
Rolling the
rerolling
black
all the
die.
blanks. Yeah, roll the blanks. So we can
6.
generate momentum if we get what are they, the versatile thing. So
I'm doing the reroll d20.
no
challenge
reroll
dice.
roll challenge die. And
Do another challenge dice for 1?
6 challenge
6.
die.
It's okay.
Okay,
Much.
so that's 9 base damage. And then you succeeded, so you get 2 momentum from that. Right, for versatile 2.
So we had 2 plus 2. We had 4 momentum generated. 1 eaten up.
I have you at a pool of 4 right now, starting at 1. So yeah, you have 3 total with after eating 1.
So let's
And then we have Pierce on this one, right? Because of this.
correct. Pierce 2 per effect. So you rolled exactly enough to negate their entire pierce.
Okay, so this is all going through then.
9 plus 2 because she
Different.
bought 2 dice. So it's 11 damage that go through. Currently. Unless we... And then we have 3 momentum we could spend to, add more damage, for example?
We could also do damage to another system, half damage, and we might cause breaches.
Well, you have a total of 11 damage, and it's half rolled. So that's 5. So it would.
That's pretty
we're,
nice.
we're gonna get 3 breaches if we do that?
You would get 1. No, you get. Let me see. I think just 1 breached each. It depends if it takes out their shields or not.
Okay.
We will absolutely get through their shields if we take devastating attack, because then their shields should be depleted. Because we're currently doing 11 damage to their shields without doing anything else.
How much is devastating attack? 2? 3?
2. It's 2.
I think we
You have
take
3
that.
to play with.
That's very, it's good
Is that
value.
better than swift attack and just having her shoot a second time?
Well, so the thing is, it's gonna be the crew shooting second time, I think.
Swift
Right.
attack lets her do it.
Oh, then no, yeah.
It's like an extra turn.
This is
Just wouldn't have
this
any
is
of the
fine.
bonus from Duran.
I think we is there a 1? Let's see the 1 momentum spend. I'm trying to see because we have 3, we could spend 2 to do a swift attack, then she could spend 1 to get another momentum on her second attack. I just want to make sure because we're not going to be able to get more than 1 extra die, and she's going to need it. I feel. So I think we could just +1 the damage, I guess, for 1 of the momentum. Or no,
Well-
actually, let's save it. Let's save it for the fourth task. We might need to generate.
Yeah, I think
power.
devastating attack is nice. It just literally goes from 12 damage to 18, right? It's from 11 damage to 18 total. It'll be pretty. It'll hit them real hard.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we have that momentum left exactly as you want it.
Yeah.
I think that should be up to maybe Effie.
Yeah.
Let me feel it.
Do you want to shoot again? Do you want to do more damage?
Then their shields are not down.
Not currently.
We're not.
Man, we'll see once you're... I mean, I just need to resolve this attack first, and we'll know.
Okay. I mean, is that something the captain ordered? Was to just fire everything?
I mean, we're in dogfoot. That first attack, in the captain's mind, he feels like they're outgunned technically, so they have to be super aggressive. So I mean, he would take whatever shots he would take, but it's in beyond is at the console, so it's all you what you decide to do. I have to put you on the spot.
No, it's fine. I'm just thinking, like, because... Yeah, let's fire again.
Okay, so let's let me go back here. Let's figure out this attack first. Okay, so you did 9 damage with piercing. So 6 piercing, right? Okay.
The 11 damage.
11. Oh yeah, because the extras. Okay. Yep.
Again for weakness.
All right, so 11 damage. Let me look, see what we got. So no structure. 1. So they're down to 2 shields currently.
They got 13 total, the bastards.
They're hooping.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay,
need that
so they're
shield.
down to 2.
What's the impact effect on engines?
I'm going.
Oh, let's look it up.
So that's 1 breach to engines, and then 1 breach to whatever the other one is. Oh, you didn't do that. Okay, never mind. So
Yep.
1 to engines. Okay, so 0. Yeah. All right.
Impact damage to engines. The ship loses 2 power immediately.
Okay.
Further, until the internal systems officer or someone in engineering performs the restore minor action, all tasks assisted by the ship's engines or which have any power requirement increase in both difficulty and complication range by 1.
That's
That's
hot.
harsh.
But the thing is,
But
I don't really get it because minor actions you do automatically. They're like, I guess there's other minor actions you can do.
It forces you to use an engineer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's the action economy thing.
Okay. Engine breach 1. Alright. So you have, she's going to shoot again. So your task difficulty is now going to be 3. And you spend 2 momentum to do that. You can give yourself extra dice. You have 2 momentum in the pool now.
I'll take one of those.
Okay. So now you're rolling 3d10.
3d20.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You said task difficulty 3,
Yeah.
right? You.
Okay, go ahead and,
Oh my god, good
go ahead
job.
and roll attack phaser. Okay, go ahead and roll damage and roll location. So you get 2 momentum for hitting, being successful.
Engines!
Engines again. So you have
Okay.
3 momentum and you just generated 2. So what would you like to do with those?
Can I re-roll the blank
Yeah,
one?
you can do that.
It's our power situation. We're at 10.
So that would subtract it again. So you should be at 9, and then if you want to pump it. You can.
Pump it.
I think we
Twist
should.
it.
I think we
Pull
should.
it.
So,
It would lower power to 7, and you would roll 2 more dice.
Okay. We got 3 momentum. I think you re-roll the black dice, obviously.
Mm.
So are you
Left
going to
and
do
check.
the... Okay, so there you go.
oh, it seems like my thing is lagging. Did you say something, Ted?
I was just saying, yeah, I didn't see you'd rolled that yet.
So how many am I rolling? The 3?
Four
Four.
blank die. Yeah.
So remember, I guess I had not seen this, but this is an array, a phaser array, so you can actually add the spread or the area thing to it. So area can hit multiple things, and spread can hit multiple systems. The attack inflicts additional damage elsewhere on the target. If one or more effects are rolled, the attack inflicts 1 additional hit to a random system, which deals half damage. Rounding up, +1 for every effect rolled after the first. This additional hit is resolved separately, and each hit against the target is reduced by resistance, reduced shields, and potentially causes breaches. That's the spread.
Okay.
Because you have a phaser array. So I would resolve this, and then you can look at that. Okay. So you're at 6, 7. So that's 7 damage. So that's 1. So 1 damage takes the shields down by 1.
We could reduce.
You can spend
Resistance.
momentum too, obviously.
Yeah. We could reduce. I think we could reduce resistance twice, right?
With devastating
With
attack.
penetration?
Penetration. Yep.
Yep.
Penetration with
and-
1
and-
repeatable. Yeah, 2 for each momentum spend. That's a good momentum spend to get through their resistance.
Because that would be a breach.
I think
Okay,
you only
so
generated
I
1
think-
momentum though, correct? Yeah, you only generated 1, so you have 1 momentum that you can use.
And
I think we generated from the successful attack, right?
Oh yeah, versatile.
Versatile.
You're right. Yep. You generated 2.
3.
No. I don't.
so we had one.
You had 1 in the
that
pool.
generated-
Now, yeah, you have 3, but the 1 was already in the pool. You can't
Oh,
pull
I see what you
from
mean,
the
of
pool
course.
to do repeatable effects. So
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So am I doing like a roll challenge die for this?
no, you just decide what you want to do. So you choose the momentum spend you want. Starship momentum. If you want to do penetration, for instance, then it reduces the resistance by 4. If you spent both of them.
Okay. Then yes.
So you're at 1. So its resistance is now 2, and you did 7 damage. No, I'm sorry, 8 damage. So that would be 6. That's enough to give a breach to the engines. It's going to actually do more than 1 breach, so just 1 second. This is,
Oh, because we reduce shields to 0.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think.
No.
I
Yes!
think.
And a hit over 5.
I think. Yep. So that's 1 breach to engines. So that's I'll do them kind of 1 in order. So engines now have 2 breaches. Okay, where are you, engines? Okay. Engines have 2 breaches now. That's for hitting over 5. Let me find that little. Okay. After reduction, so that's, yep, that would do it. So, and then it has 6 afterwards, right? So the shields go down to 0. That's another breach. So engines are currently at 3 breaches.
They're damaged then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're now moved to damaged state.
So shields are at 3. So that would be the end of that one. And you have one more action left because you did a
Okay,
swift
so-
task to do that.
Question: can we tell that they've lost shields?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would like to get my lieutenant the fuck off that ship.
Yeah, Atkins can transport her. Absolutely.
Yeah, I hate to rain on Yo's parade. I know Yo's having a blast.
She's lost now, so
Yeah, just annihilating people on this ship with her bare hands.
Only
but
2.
I want my security chief back.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Conroy would, once he sees shields are down, he would go over a combat. Transporter room, shields are down. Lock onto Euro now if you can and bring her on board. Immediately to the bridge.
I would say that's a due to distance, task difficulty 2, engineering and daring for Atkins.
All right.
We have momentum. Use.
How much momentum?
1.
We have 1 momentum. So I want
Get 3.
to use that.
Okay.
Task difficulty of 2.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And how does it look as Euro materializes right next to the tactical console?
So, Euro, like, seeing that she's in this hallway, she's, like, gonna look for, she was, like, looking around for a map, gonna look for some computers, and, like, she's feeling the shots being exchanged between the 2 ships, and feeling that one penetrate to the engines and take down shields. Like, the entire Warbird is rocked from side to side, and, like, her back slams into the back of one of the walls, and as she stumbles and remains standing, she's transported and immediately right next to Tactical back onto the bridge with everyone else. And she looks around, a bit surprised, but there's a smile that comes on her face. And she says, "Good to see you, Captain. Thank you."
You as well, Lieutenant. Assume your station, please.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, Viana will move from the station and then go.
Yeah,
She jumps on Tactical.
let me look at that the spread thing, because where is the phaser?
Page 232.
232. Well, I mean that's the actual. I was looking for the phaser
So
array.
Oh, I see.
I want to make sure I can do that.
Yeah, good question. If you find the page where the phaser array is, I would like to know, because I've been looking.
Okay, so phaser array. Okay, so I see it says attacks phaser arrays. Where's the details? I'm looking at the Cardassian Union one.
Filthy Cardassians!
That's interesting.
Keeping up with the Cardassians.
Give me a sec. Where is the base starships? Starship rules? No, that's not really what I want. I want this. Where the hell is the starship? Starfleet lines of starships, galaxy class.
Yeah, because
It
just
does.
says
It does
arrays.
have phaser arrays.
Yeah, it just doesn't say what
They do.
they do. For some other ships, it explains then what they do. Because there's a table for torpedoes that details out what they do, but I can't find that table for phasers.
Okay. Starship combat.
Maybe I'll just look for spread and see if it appears in the table at some point.
I wonder where I got.
Energy
I wonder
weapon
where I got that.
arrays. Page 254 describes all types of energy weapons. under arrays at the top right, it says, arrays have a range category of medium. Further, when declaring the target of an attack with an array, the attacking character may choose to grant one of the area or spread effects to this attack.
So you do get it. So let's do spread. See,
You would have done spread for both, probably. And we had effects rolled for both attacks also. So every time we hit with an effect coming up, the Star Trek sign, we also do automatically the effect of the devastating attack, which is another system gets hit for half the damage rounded up. Which is crazy. I mean, it's really good, but that's crazy.
okay, so go ahead and go back there, and for the let me scroll back here. So I'm just going to do roll location for you, or just click roll location twice. The first, I don't remember the damage on the first one's the problem. Oh, okay, I'll do it.
11.
11, and then the last one
It
was
was
what?
11 and 7, I think, after reduction.
Sensors. Engines. Can't be engines, right? Or it says at random, so I guess it can.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, so the first one's sensors. That would be a breach to sensors. And then another breach to engines. Okay, let me bring it up. Boy, this is very inefficient. Okay. So that's the second on sensors. That's the fourth on engines. Okay, now we need to do impact on both. Impact.
Have you decided how many breaches those are? Because it might still trigger every time. If the shield's already at 0, it's another breach. If the damage was 5+, it's another breach. Like all of those, I think, reappear as well.
So the first one wouldn't be.
Because we did 11 damage on the first one.
Yeah.
We didn't bring shields down.
You didn't bring shields down to 0. The other one was only 1 breach. I'm trying to just remember.
We did bring the shields down with the first one because she did a second.
No,
No,
it was
we
at
didn't.
2.
No?
It was at 2.
Oh, it left it at 2, of course.
It was
Yeah.
a 2. So the
Dang.
first one would be 1 breach. The next one,
Yeah.
however, the engines
2.
would be 2. So engines are at. So the engines are actually at 4 breaches, I think. Let me look. Is it 4 or is it 5? It's 5.
It's 5.
It's
It's 5.
It's
They're
5.
5 now. Yeah, we're absolutely demolishing the engines now, which is nice.
Okay. All right. Let me get.
That's what the captain asked.
All right. So let me. And you still have another. Oh no, you transported. Okay. All right. So let me get down here. Let's do. So the impact of. Let's do sensors first, just because. Okay, we know what those are, because we did those last time. So if they target, they get a difficulty. So impact. So engines. Okay. So they lose 4 power.
Well, plus all the power from the attack before, right? We hadn't resolved those breach effects.
Well,
yet.
that's why I'm doing both of them, right? Because you gave, how many breaches did you give to? You hit it twice, right? So that's 4 power, because it's 2 per hit. Impact loses 2 power immediately. So hit twice. So that's 4. So it's down.
It's not per hit, it's per breach. Which
It does not
multiplies
say
in
that.
case.
It says whenever the engine systems suffer 1 or more breaches, it disrupts those functions temporarily. The ship loses 2 power immediately. So 1 or more means it would be each hit, in my mind.
Oh, I see what you mean. 1 or more breaches.
Yeah. So since it was hit twice, that would be.
Okay, so it's not as horrifically dangerous as I thought.
So
Okay, that's
it
nice.
is disabled. No, it's disabled. Yeah. So the total number of breaches cannot be used to perform any of its sys tasks. At the end of every round, it loses 2 power. The difficulty to repair this is 5. Okay. Oh, it's an extended task. Oh God, it's making me remember how to do an extended task. Okay. All right. So it is its turn. They're going to try to get their engines up and running. So he needs to do a minor task based on the impact, right? Let's see, that is restore minor action. So he does that. It's disabled. Oh boy. So work 10, magnitude 3, resistance 2, base difficulty 2. Okay, I think I remember how to do these. Difficulty is 5. Oh my god. Engine systems cannot be used to perform or assist any tasks. Okay.
So it's 5 or the extended task.
Or the extent, I see.
Yeah. Otherwise, that'd be
Okay,
just
alright,
horrific.
okay. So I'm going to use, you're going to try to, one guy is going to assist, okay. Oh, I can't use direct anymore. I can't use it, I already used it. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to use damage report. So, okay, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Damage report. So, insight command task, assisted by communications and engineering. Okay. What did I say? It's command insight. I'm going to use a threat. Difficulty 1. Okay, so that's 4, and then he gets to use communications, engineering. Okay, so I generate 3 momentum or threat. Okay, okay, it lowers the difficulty of this task by 1. Affect 1 additional task for 1 momentum to reduce the difficulty of 1 task by an additional. Okay, hold on, let me read this. If successful, reduce difficulty of 1 task to perform repairs by 1. Affect 1 additional task for 1 momentum, or reduce the difficulty of 1 task by an additional 1 for 2 momentum repeatable. So, I will do that. I generated 3 momentum. So I'll do that once. That's all I can do.
Distance was really good.
Yeah, that's really good. So the difficulty is now 3 on that. Okay, so that's one task completed on the Romulan side. What else? A standard one.
Cool. Tracked.
Yes, easy. I'm just looking at other things I could possibly do.
Go to warp is a good one.
Yeah, they can't do that right now, though.
Oh,
That's
right.
what I want to
Shit,
do.
okay.
That's what I want
Yeah,
to
'cause
do.
they're probably at the
I
point
can't
they wanna
do
get
it
away.
quite yet. Difficulty 3. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to repair the engines now. I'm gonna spend 1, 2. That's 6 threat.
Yeah, they really want to get out of here, huh?
Spend 6 threat for 5 dice.
Oh.
So it is going to be a.
And you reduce it by 2, right? So it's only
It is
difficulty
only
3?
difficulty 3 now. Yeah. So let's see. Does it say what the difficulty repair is 5? What is the skill?
I would assume control plus engineering.
Something engineering. It doesn't matter because they all have the same exact stats.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Yep.
So, engineering, control, 5 dice. Applicable focus is always yes. Task difficulty is 3.
Come on, stay stuck. Oh my god!
No.
What the?
Alright, oh my gosh. Okay, so it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
-3, what is that?
5.
5?
So I generated 5.
Wow.
Alright,
Not their first time.
that is the... That is the third.
So the engines aren't disabled anymore.
Yeah, no. That's the third.
If we hit them again, I think they go right back to disabled.
Okay. It might even go destroyed because there's a lot of reasons why. I mean, that ship is badly hurt. So that was my third task, right? I directed. Or I didn't direct. I did damage control.
You said you couldn't... Oh yeah, 2 out of 4 was the repair engines.
Oh, okay, so I have another... Okay. So I'm just gonna gonna shoot with tactical.
You don't
Well,
have
who
to.
goes to warp? Hold on, let me... Before I say that...
Helm.
Helm, okay.
No, actually, I think it's Helm.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's Helm. It's right
Yeah,
under
warp.
maneuver.
Yeah.
Warp.
Okay, well, they're gonna shoot once.
Bastards.
Alright, attack disruptor. I'm gonna spend 5. I'm gonna spend 6 threat to do 5d. Oh, that I didn't mean to roll that, but I'm gonna roll that anyway, obviously. So here I go. Task security, control, 5 dice. Applicable focus, yes. Task difficulty 2. Okay, well, it's a hit. Barely, but with a complication. I'm actually, since it's a complication, I'm going to say since their engines and everything are so depleted, and that lowers the power by 1, that puts them in power 3, I should be careful. Yeah, it shoots, and it actually, I'm going to give you an additional 2 resistance to the attack. Okay.
Cool.
So roll damage. Location.
I think we have 8 resistance.
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll every single dice with momentum. So that put me at 7, 6.
Hoping for them 2s.
Oh, I can't do that. I cannot do that because I can't do that because I didn't generate any off that roll. So we're talking about 2. Okay, so 6, 7 damage. It's just gonna impact your shields by 1.
No, because we have 8 resistance.
Oh, 8 resistance. Okay, so never mind.
Nope.
So it just hits you weakly and does
We get
nothing.
rocked. Yeah.
As this thing is badly damaged. And last thing I'm gonna do is try to get out of here. Oh, that's just, I don't even have to do anything.
No.
The flight controller uses ship warp drive to move 2 or more zones.
But we can follow them.
Could. Yes.
We could, yeah. Absolutely.
And they...
Felt like it, yeah.
Yeah, they begin... They're at warp. Yeah, you're fighting... They shoot you once and then just start to go into warp. What would you guys like to do? Since you're all aboard now.
Oh man, we have a duty to protect Federation space. They're breaching a neutral zone, right? I mean, this is our territory.
Yeah.
Mm.
We have a duty to know why they're here. We have to figure it out. So I say, I mean, if we can, we give
You
pursuit.
can. Yeah, you definitely can.
How many power did they spend for warp?
They went 2 spaces, so they spent 2.
So
I
if we
think all the
go, yeah, if we go 3 or 4, we can catch up to them. Like if we use that much power.
We can.
Mm-hmm.
We totally can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Connor would give the order to pursue. We have the upper hand. They're in Federation space. We need to know why they're here.
Do we have other ships coming as well, perhaps? I don't recall if we called in for help.
I know that while the away team was on board, I reached out and made the Federation aware. I don't know that I received a response by the time this happened.
Yeah, this has all kind of been like almost kind of, well, I mean, you got a response, but nothing like, you know, you're talking about when the away team was on the bird of prey. Yeah, they just said that they're investigating. Since this fight has happened, nothing. You've not been able to talk to anybody.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I could put out like a basic call for it, but I think we're expected to handle it, honestly. Like, it's...
Yeah.
We're here, so...
So if they spend 2 power, I think we need to deduct 3 to just
3.
be faster than them.
Yeah.
So we're down to 6, or is someone doing that?
219.
Yeah, we'd be down to 6 right
Right, I'll
now.
enter that now. Brav can spend the next turn generating more power if we need to. But we might as well keep hammering them.
Oh, yeah,
Because it looks like in the system there isn't a health pool they have. You just keep adding breaches over breaches over breaches until eventually
You do.
shit gets
You do,
destroyed.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's very interesting. I haven't played anything like that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's like piling on crits in other systems.
Yeah, once you're down to 0 and you start getting hit, you just start getting destroyed. Okay, just you can move. Where is the chase things for warp, just so I can see it? I see going to...
It's under going. It's
Is
under
it?
going to
Okay,
warp.
if,
Yeah.
Oh, they went to
It
wish to
says-
pursue.
Yeah, if the enemy wish to pursue, each pursuing ship must spend more power than the fleeing ship did. If they do, they will quickly catch up with the fleeing ship.
All right, you are so you could be in medium range or long range, whatever you want to be. That's up to you.
Hero will look to the captain and suggest and say, I can lock on torpedoes if you want to attempt to open communications with them. Tell them to give up. This way we can resolve this peacefully.
Yeah, Conroy would agree with that. We can hail and warp, right?
Yeah.
We can try to
Yeah.
hail.
So in
Yeah,
that
I mean, I would
case,
try to...
We warp in at not close distance, but sort of like this distance, right?
It
2 zones
depends
away?
what you want to do.
Whatever's good for torpedoes, I would suggest. Yeah.
I think Conroy would try to get them to stand down, but yeah, I think after that we go for the torpedoes. So Conroy would, whoever's on comms, send a hail to the Warbird, see if they respond. If they don't, we try to take them out, take out their engines. We try to hail them again.
Yeah, when you hail them, you only get voice back and... Yeah! What do you want, Federation dog?
This is Captain Conroy of the USS Carthage. Can you identify yourself?
We are a Romulan Warbird. I'll keep my call sign to myself, if that's okay with you, Captain. Why do you contact us?
Because I'm going to ask you to resolve this peacefully and stand down. We have you locked for torpedoes. I don't want this to end horribly.
Go ahead and give me a presence presence command.
Whenever you attempt a task to... would this be diffuse attention? It says not to resort to violence.
I think so.
Technically,
Yeah, I think so.
technically we're saying we're going to blow them up, but like they're right, so...
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
So for that, I added bonus d20 to my pool, so it's... say it again, it was a command presence,
Yeah,
or
uh-huh.
what was it?
Yeah.
Command presence, okay.
Got this, Commander. You can do it.
3d20, task difficulty of what?
It's going to be opposed, I'd say. So yeah, so
Opposed?
just go
Okay.
ahead. It's difficulty 1 when you put it in there.
I have focus, because I mean, however you want to slice it, diplomacy,
Yeah.
persuasion, whatever.
Oh,
Oh, fuck yeah.
let's see here. Hold on. I'm going to spend at least 1 die. Oh man, did I even care? I mean, sure.
That was a great roll, man.
Yeah.
Four momentum.
Yeah, 4 momentum
Very
in the pool.
commanding.
He says, "Very well, but you may not board my vessel. What is it you want? I will not shoot back."
I'd like you to power down and no longer attempt warp. Let's talk. Let's work through this situation. Again, I don't wish for any further bloodshed.
He gives the signal, and they do so. They cut warp and they begin flying at impulse.
Yeah, I'd give orders to contact. Lieutenant Dell, make sure we follow them closely. If we see any sign of them going back to warp, I want us to follow them. And he...
Phaser or torpedo range, Captain?
Torpedo.
Aye.
He will go back to his conversation with Romulan. Now that we're talking diplomatically, I would like to know your name, or at least something I can call you by.
Commercial break while I Google Romulan names. My name is Commander Rallux.
They say Captain
Yes.
Rallux? Is that what he said? Captain Rallux. I have to ask you to explain your reasoning for being in Federation space. As you know, this is rather far from the neutral zone.
We were lost.
I see. And you often open fire on Federation vessels when you are lost in Federation space.
Oh. Our sensors did not tell us we were in Federation space. We must have hit a temporal anomaly.
Is he full of shit?
Go ahead and roll presence insight.
I mean, I feel like...
Yeah. We didn't notice.
Is task difficulty 0?
We'll just say 1.
So is it command insight?
Yeah, that's fine.
I left my license
Right.
at home.
I'll spend a momentum for you guys.
Sure.
I don't think I have a focus in this one.
If you need
Sniffing out
interrogation.
bullshit.
Right.
Task difficulty
Yeah,
1
sure.
or... Okay,
Get it
man,
back.
1 momentum.
Yeah, he's definitely not telling the truth.
Captain Rollix, you are being rather dishonest with me.
Euro chimes in, just the captain, and says, "Ask why they had a member, Starfleet officer, and they were attempting to beam back to their ship."
Explain this Starfleet personnel that you were attempting to beam back aboard. We currently have possession of him. Why did you have this man?
He was here of his own volition. We did not take him. So Dell, you see them beginning to restore power to their ship.
Of course, I mean, yeah, for sure. But I'll report it to... Maybe I'll send it as a message to your console on your chair, on your nice comfy chair, where it says Helm reports, or it says Dell reports. Their ship systems are being powered back up again.
Yeah, they're doing damage control and various things as they sit here and talk to you.
Yeah.
Same with us then, by the way.
Captain looks at his console, then he looks at Dell, and he looks to the conversation he's having with Romulan. Captain Rollix, in light of discovering you're in Federation territory, I have to ask that you formally surrender. I will treat you with all due accordances, but we must escort you to the nearest Federation starbase to better understand your reasons for being here.
Of course, Captain. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, and then I do whatever you're doing, but the captain's...
Because we as players think they were staging a diplomatic incident, right, between the Klingon and
It's
the
what it seems
Federation,
like,
making
yeah.
it look like we killed...
Yeah, it's really questionable. Yeah, so he
Absolutely.
You'll give over... We can... So, just to clarify, I believe this has happened before in the setting. You can assume remote control over another ship's system, right? If they give you access.
If they give you access, yeah.
Command
So
code.
he would just request it.
There's a bit of a pause. Hold on.
I'm burning through all Ted's threat today, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
No threat. No threat.
Yeah, it, as you're sitting here, it disappears as the cloak is engaged.
Do we still have a lock on their last position?
Yes, you do.
I mean,
Ooh.
you could just fire the torpedoes
Fire
right where they
torpedoes.
were
Firing torpedoes. Yep.
as a reaction shot.
Yeah,
Yep.
if we're quick enough, then
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah, you can do that. I would.
no.
Should I give you a difficult? I'm gonna say no. No extra difficulty.
Okie
So-
doke.
4 momentum.
So 3 difficulty.
So this will be control security. Let's see.
Forget
Task.
determination.
Yeah, that's true.
I could, but the thing is, I don't think that actually.
Yeah, they're not
goes
threatening
with
you technically.
anything.
I mean, it depends what your determinations you have, but
Yeah, if your value is fuck 'em up,
Right.
then you could use the
Right.
engage.
Revenge.
Yeah. I mean, I could justify it says, well, do what's right now. Let's buy the book. I don't know if just like
No,
firing,
no.
but none of it would work. None of it would work, unfortunately.
Well,
That's fine.
Momentum then.
Yeah. So, control.
Is this assistable?
Security?
You would have to do a
Security.
task that would help.
I can't direct anymore, so I can't.
We have pretty decent momentum. I'll spend 3 momentum
Good.
total to get 4. We're gonna hit this motherfucker.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Because
Go.
you had your finger on that button anyway. So
Was
I
it
can't
2,
put it on.
3? What? Sorry, what's that?
3.
3?
Yeah,
Diff?
3 base.
Oh!
Okay.
So we
Yeah,
still got the
roll
ship. Still got the ship.
Yeah.
Roll the shit.
Roll the shit.
So weapon security. So click on
Complication.
the ship. And weapon security. Weapons. Where the fuck is weapons?
No,
Or
just
on
click on
baby?
it and click attack torpedoes.
Oh.
Yeah, you just see the torpedo just fly by it, and then
By nothing.
yeah, fly. You know, it doesn't hit anything for sure, and yeah, just your sensors, your sweeping. There's nothing.
Oh, I have an idea. I don't know. I don't know if she would know that. Yeah, Euro frowns a bit and she says, "Unable to make contact, Captain. Unfortunately, they seem to have disappeared from our sensors."
Could I try it? Could I try a sensor sweep actually? Based on
Let's
maybe the engine damage they
see.
had.
You could to see what the. What is the? Doesn't say. I'm looking to see what the difficulty of that would be. What does it say? Okay. No. I would say it'd be difficulty. Anti-cloak sensors. No. I would say difficulty 5. Based on you're really not. I don't think there's. But based on the damage, I would say, if it, well, there's 5. I'd say. Yeah.
So Dax could try and detect for a temporal disturbance that's being emitted by the bird of prey.
You could do you can do a difficulty 5, yeah. I'll let it
Okay.
be possible.
Sure. Click on myself. That will be
You have 1 momentum in the pool.
science. Control. Do we spend that, or do we just go for Hail
Yeah, it's
Mary
up to you.
anyway? Because I don't even have focus. I'm not sure this can actually be done.
If you don't have, you could
It
do.
could
Do you
be
have
if you roll-
determination for this? Maybe.
Let me see.
Determination could get you 2 if there's a value that counts.
My values are I don't think it applies. I have protect your own, tried and true is safest, respect command, and to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Mm-mm.
I don't think it's, finding hidden ships is one of them.
Yeah.
But then I can't roll 5 anyway.
No, but somebody could assist. I would allow an assist on that.
Maybe Viana?
Yeah, Viana could.
Whoever has good sensors. Plus the ship is going to assist you.
Good sensors.
Or it would actually be sciences, and probably reason.
I mean,
I have a 4 in science.
oh, you do it.
Are you not? You don't have 4?
No, it's you.
Oh, actually, matter of fact, one of my previously joined trio fought against the Romulans before, are an expert of trying to detect them through their cloaking technology. And so for the remainder of the scene, that would become one of my focuses.
Perfect. That's nice. That's cool.
I'll assist. Science.
And then do I eat 1 momentum to get a third
Yeah.
die?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. It's a focus, yes.
What's my assist roll? Science.
Yeah,
reason, or what?
science reason. You just roll 1 die.
And then do I wait with my roll or just roll it as well and see
You
what
can
comes
just
up
roll it.
together? Okay.
Did not help.
Yeah.
Wop, wop, wop.
No.
Now, you can
Didn't
roll
roll
the
enough either.
the roll of ship's computers is not going to matter.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, we just go, Captain, I can't find them.
Yeah, he looks at the view screen sternly. Protocol, I think, would be going to yellow alert, right?
Yeah,
At this point,
probably.
we don't have any immediate threat. All hands to yellow alert. He just looks to the viewport as we go away. Let's get damage reports. Try to do some quick fixes on everything and get back to the nearest Federation star base.
You do still have this prisoner
Captain.
too.
Yeah, he would have sent them down, but he would look to
Put 'em in a
beyond.
brick.
Yeah, I had McMurphy do that.
Like what the data that we had or got from him.
Yeah, we have 2 data sets, actually.
Yeah,
That's a good
you
point.
have
Abby.
the one that
You
Dell
just get to
got,
end
and
him.
then you have the one that he had.
So has that been processed yet? Have we? Been
I mean,
able
you've
to-
been busy. I would say it's not.
Yeah.
It has not been processed. You probably haven't even given it to anybody yet. You don't
Okay.
have time.
Hero says, Captain, once we clear this space, I can go downstairs and talk to our captive. Find out more information from him directly.
Make it so, Euro. Grand Viana, the data from the mission. Do you have it, or?
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll go ahead and review that then. So who would be? I would review it with Viana, I think.
Yeah, you would
Or
just
is it
plug
gonna
it.
do
Basically,
all
you
other-
plug it in the computer, and the computer would do all the work. I think it would just take a little bit, maybe.
Who would I give command of the bridge to in this sense? Would this be
I think it
Dell?
would be Dell. Yeah.
He's got a few lifetimes worth of experience.
Yeah, he would look to Viana and nod. Let's review this data. See what we've got. And he would look to Yaro and nod. Lieutenant Dell, you have command of the bridge.
Yeah, and Dell might say, may I recommend involving Brav in any sort of cryptology or deciphering tasks? He's kind of has a knack for it.
Sound advice, Lieutenant Dell. I'll contact him. And he would involve Brav.
Yeah. So the 3 of you meet in the ready room. Let me. Where the hell is it?
It's just Brav has a talent that if he succeeds at a task, including control or insight, I get to ask 2 extra questions for just for succeeding. I get automatic two free momentum essentially to ask questions.
Let me just give me a
Guess that could be useful for us.
sec. I think that's the 3 of you in there. Let's switch down to the brig. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. We'll do that first. Since Euro.
Ooh, we're gonna get Hero questioning someone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
I am specifically trained for
Nice!
interrogation.
No, this is great.
Brig, okay.
And McMurphy can help.
And stand there. He could be good cop.
I don't know how good of a cop he made.
I don't think there's any good cops.
I think it's bad cop and worse cop in this situation. It's whoever
Bad
you want
cop and
to
also
be.
bad
I
cop.
think everybody should be able to see off Euro's token.
We'll see in a second.
Everybody saw
see
her in the
everyone.
Romulan ship, right?
I did, yeah. Yep, I
Hmm.
can see this new scene.
I am gonna brag about that later while we drink.
Yeah, yeah.
Please
Yeah.
do.
It's a good story.
So McMurphy has been already there waiting, kind of out of the fight, maybe a little, I don't know, it could be a little irritated, but when Euro gets there, the prisoner's just kind of groggily laying there in the brig after, boy, what happened? Did he get punched? What happened? I can't remember.
Euro punched him, and then I gave him the big boot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and Viana tried to nerve neck
And
pinch him, and
missed,
then
right?
Euro
Yeah.
came up and
He got jumped, basically.
He's
Yeah.
just kind of
Good
sitting
thinking
in the
about.
corner, irritated. He sees you come in and like frowns very deeply.
And Lieutenant Euro comes in and she crosses her arms, looks at the prisoner, and looks at McMurphy. And she says, I hope you weren't too bored down here guarding the prisoner.
On the contrary, really exciting trying to hold on and not get thrown around as we're taking shots. Glad you made it back, though.
As am I. It's quite a story to tell once we get back to 10 forward, but for now, and she turns her attention to the prisoner, her face turning very hard. And she, of course, presses on the console next to kind of the, oh gosh, what is it called? The force field, disabling for a moment, and then she steps in, and she motions to McMurphy to follow her before it re-enables. She looks down to the prisoner, and says, so, what's a Starfleet officer apparently doing on a Romulan Warbird?
I was abducted. He wasn't on the Romulan Warbird. Remember, he was on the Klingon bird of prey.
He was on the Klingon Bird of Prey, but he was going to get transported back. And
I was there
she's-
looking to see what was wrong with the bird of prey. Obviously,
She cocks an eyebrow and says, "What vessel are you from?"
oh well. My last assignment was Deep Space 11.
Why were you on the Bird of Prey?
Well, as I said, I was a part of an expedition. He just kind of grumbles as he's not very good at lying, and
Yeah, she looks down, kind of looms over him a bit, and she says, "Do you know what type of interrogation methods the Cardassians use? What's your name?"
my name's James.
James what?
James M.
James M. Well, I'm Lieutenant Euro. I am the chief of security here. The chief in charge of interrogating you. So we can either do this the easy way or the hard way.
You're gonna beat me up? That doesn't seem like the Federation way.
And she smiles a bit. I don't know if McMurphy probably does not know her very well at all. And she says, yes, I am Starfleet, but if you look at my record, I have been moved around quite a few different starships for various methods that others have deemed inappropriate. So I'd like to ask you if you think that... Just guess what I'm going to do, please. Or you can tell me the information and make this easy on yourself.
Go ahead and give me a security presence. Let's see, what would it be? It would be security presence with focus.
I'll try to assist by looking very stern
Sure,
and angry
you can do
over
the same
her
thing.
shoulder.
Security presence with what,
Focus.
sorry? Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
I
I
don't
got
know what
focus.
momentum we have. Hold on.
Difficulty?
It'll be resisted. So 1. Wow. So that's 4.
Wow.
Let me see. Where's the thingamabob? Where is it? Where'd it go?
We have the computer make intimidating noises.
Beep, 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 beep.
I also have, as a heads up, I do have the trait interrogation, which allows me, when I coerce someone into revealing information in a social conflict, I'll gain 1 bonus momentum, which may be used to spend on obtaining information.
So he's gonna do. Boy, does this guy even? Okay, he does. Command, presence. 2d10. No, definitely not. So 3 momentum. So add that to your pool. Then you said that you get an additional momentum for additional.
I only can spend it on obtaining information.
I would say if you
Which I will.
spend that one and another one, he would probably give you everything.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. She kind of leans. He's like sitting,
Yeah.
right? So she puts her metal arm like just slightly over his head as she kind of looms down on him and says, "This will be much easier if you cooperate."
Look! It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I was forced to do it. The Romulans had my brother and said they would kill him if I didn't help.
How did they get your brother?
He's a transport freighter pilot, and I guess he was flying too close to the neutral zone and they nabbed him. That's all I know. That's what they said. Who knows?
What exactly were they trying to get you to do?
Well, he scratches his head. Obtain, well, I was supposed to board a Klingon ship that was going to DS-11. I basically had convinced my commanders that to do a information exchange, technology exchange with them, and so they knew that I was coming. And then, you see, I had a runabout, and when they got close, I just sat there waiting for me, and they didn't see the cloaked bird of prey there. I shot with my phasers, damaging them, but the Warbird obviously destroyed the ship, or more or less. Then I transported over. The the Warbird destroyed my runabout, and I was supposed to get their information on the Klingon cloak technology, while at the same time, I guess, making it look like the Federation destroyed the Warbird to cause war between the Klingons and the Federation.
And so you were scanning, that's why you were on board. Scanning for those...
I was downloading the data on their cloak.
And Euro, she glances back to McMurphy and looks to Imp, was it? Im?
What did you say his name was?
It's
Something.
M. I think it's
John M.
John M. John M.
Yeah.
Yeah, with James.
Let's call him she says, well, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Do they still have your brother?
I don't know.
And she frowns and says, is there anything else you want to tell me so I can get back to my commander?
That's really all I know. Is it's been in works for 6 months. It took a long time for me to get assigned. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that my rendezvous was Commander Ralix of the Romulan Empire. He's the one who's been leading me around on a string. I would appreciate it when this goes back to the Federation. I mean, there's got to be some understanding for what I did. I didn't kill anyone. Not really.
Yura sighs and she puts her left hand on his shoulder and says, I understand. It's a difficult situation you were put in. We can see about attempting to get your brother back. If he's still alive.
Yeah, his name's Tad Michaels. I'm Lieutenant John Michaels, security officer.
Lieutenant Michaels. She smiles a bit. It fades. She says, I'll make sure to see if we can get back your brother, Tad.
Thanks. I appreciate that. You got quite a cross. Kind of checks his jaw.
She shows her right arm, and it's all like, of course it's metal. And she says, this how the 2 Romulans who are at the other end of it when I took your place in the transporter switch, they felt it as well. We're gonna have to take you back and make reports on what's going on, but we are glad we could at least get you back. Hopefully we can figure this all out without any more bloodshed.
Yeah, sorry, like I said, I don't know. What can you do, right?
She nods, and then she nods to McMurphy, and she will, of course, disable the barrier, make her way through.
And the other cell.
Yeah, the other side, if I can end
Z's
Z.
like, yeah, I wouldn't worry about what she says. He says over to Michaels because he's overhearing the conversation.
Wait, they have him in the same brig, in the same.
Well, the brig is all the same thing. It's not
Yeah,
the same room.
I mean, you
It's
don't
like
see him. It's like a
different.
different. Yeah, he's not in the same cell. He's in one overhearing. She has high morals over there for someone who let a whole race be extinguished, be enslaved.
And you have high morals.
I do have high
for
morals.
Starting quite a war, Ensign Z.
I do have high morals.
Ensign Z, I would suggest watching your tongue, please.
What, are you going to beat me?
Or else it
You
will
gonna
go
beat
in...
me?
No, it will go into the report. Please know this.
That I tried to save a race of people from being enslaved. Yes, please put that in my report. I would appreciate it.
Question: should I make some sort of resist?
Again, that's up to you.
I will.
Yeah, you
fully
could
make
mute a
a
cell.
resist.
You could definitely do that.
I will mute a cell if I succeed in this. But I do get what would be the difficulty
2.
of this? Okay, so I get to lower it by 1 because I have strong paw. All right, so this would be some sort of composure check.
Yeah, I would say,
Uh,
how about presence insight?
Wait, what?
Or command
what?
command insight, sorry.
Thank you. I was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
confused.
it's because I never know which one's which.
I think I actually have a.
As he
thank God.
continues to pop off, though, he says, for someone who has enslaved themselves, you don't much care, do you?
Ooh, it was two.
Yeah,
It was two though.
No, it's not because I have strong
Oh.
paw,
Yeah.
so it's lowered down to 1. So yeah, as he's like going off, McMurphy notices there is no phase in Euro's face at all. There's no anger, there's no malice. She just goes over and mutes his cell.
You just see him talking, and
turns-
then maybe he realizes that nothing else is happening, and he just stops speaking.
McMurphy looks at Euro. He smiles. You know, if you ever wanted to give him one good one, I could just mute the cell while you're in there.
And she laughs a bit and says, if I'm going to get moved around to another starship, I'd want something a bit more spectacular than punching an ensign.
It's a good point. I get tired of that kid sometimes, though.
Michael says,
Hopefully
you have
you'll
another
come
Federation prisoner on board?
That's a long story. Best you not get involved in that one.
Well,
on.
fine.
Yeah, McMurphy will walk out with Euro whenever she's...
She'll go off to make reports on what's
Yeah,
happening and sum it up for the
Head
captain.
back to the thing. Let me find the... Boop. Currently, you're heading back up, and as this conversation is taking place, the computer is running the analysis on this as Slawl comes upstairs goes up to the bridge and the adjoining ready room, which the three of you have come together. The computer has not quite given you a report yet, so I'll let you just role play until it does.
Well, I think... Sorry, can you clarify if both data sets are encrypted? Because one was the one that John M. was holding, and one was the one that Dell just straight up downloaded.
They're not encrypted necessarily. They are, you're just seeing what's on them. You're just letting the computer get
Oh, because it's just a massive
yeah, it's just
data.
a bunch of data.
Got it. Cool, yeah. Brav comes up. Sits down. Looking to take a cue from what's going on from the captain.
Captain will find that Viana's not much of a conversationalist. She will just sit patiently and wait.
Yeah, the Conroy would want to review what they were able to recover, because that doesn't seem like it's very difficult. So that would be the first order of business, and then he would... Would we say I would explain the situation to Commander Stahl, or we can do that?
You whatever you want to.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming up here, Commander Stahl. My understanding is that you have a good sense of understanding for deciphering information.
Yes, thank you very much for recognizing that. I'm known among friends to pick apart their arguments quite easily. So yes, large data sets appear to give me more information than some other people.
Very good. Right now we're processing the information we pulled from the bird of prey, but there was a second data set pulled from what appeared to be a man of the Federation that we are going to review. And we may need your expertise in that area.
Gladly, I like puzzles like the next person, or maybe a bit more.
Excellent. Good. I expect Lieutenant Yarrow will be joining us soon, but for now we'll wait for the computer to do its work. Also, do we have a casualty report, number 1? Damage report, anything?
You took one breach to
Do-
sensors, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Is that all? Is that
Yeah, I don't think anybody was killed then, probably.
okay? Was anybody
Yeah,
injured?
there's probably some minor injuries.
Nax is taking care of them.
So one breach to sensors. Okay.
It was structure.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
structure.
I just
Yeah,
looked it
so
up.
the hull got hit,
It's
but
actual.
there were some minor
yeah.
injuries on a couple decks. But yeah, you can just roll away that. No casualties, thankfully.
We did sustain structural damage, Captain, but there were only only minor injuries to the crew. They are currently being tended to by. Is it Nax? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Commander
Yeah,
Nax?
Nax.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright, Commander Nax.
Conroy will nod to Viana. Very good, number one. If there are any updates to that, please make me aware. He kind of sits there and taps his fingers a bit. He will have coffee. He would have offered to bring drinks from the replicator for everyone.
Nice. He actually, eccentric as he is, has a little flask and pours something else that looks brownish into the coffee and then chuckles to himself.
Conroy won't pursue.
Yeah, as you're looking at that, the computer beeps over there telling you that the data is processed and ready to give you a report.
All right, there we are. Let's take a look at it then. Computer, go ahead and bring up the data for all of us to see in the ready room here.
Yeah, Slaw, as you do so, you go over there. The first thing you notice is you're pretty surprised at what you say, and I'll just whisper you this because it's just better if you tell them.
Are you serious? Okay. Wow. He did what with the what now? Slal will like. You will actually, and this is pretty rare. Like he's open with his emotions, quite open, right? So you will see him look at it and sort of tap through fairly quickly what he sees, and then he turns around, looks at you, Conroy, and you see his like eyebrows go together and his eyes go big as he sort of realizes something and turns immediately quickly back to the thing and says, "That can't be right. That's impossible. Captain, come look at this." And so he gets very animated and very excited extremely quickly.
Yeah, Captain will get up and...
So he points at it and he clicks through a few pages and so he sort of even waves at Viana like a child who just got a gift, right? And he said, "Come check this out. I believe if I'm reading this correctly, these are the complete schematics of Klingon cloaking technology."
Commander Viana will get up from her seat and go over to the screen.
Like he keeps tapping on it, right? Like he's so excited, he keeps tapping at the glass and pointing at things.
And that's the only thing that was recovered.
Oh, is this John M's stuff or is this the broad?
It's both.
Yeah.
Both data sets were compared, and yeah,
They
this is
overlap.
basically the same thing. Yeah.
Says, "This is huge. I mean, we won't be allowed to install it. I mean, unless..." And then he actually looks at Connor and says, "I mean, if you allow me to, would be against regulations, but it'd be good to have." No, we probably shouldn't. Like, you're obvious, like he's kind of, as an engineer, he really wants to. But it's not allowed for the Federation to have cloaking.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and he kind of rubs his hand on his chin. I'll wait to see what you're giving
Yeah.
me that before. Also, is Euro here?
Yeah, she can come in now.
So okay, and I think it was discussed a little bit in the chat box. I'm trying to determine. So we determined that Federation weapons did damage to the
Yeah, as I
Klingon.
poorly described, basically the runabout was made to look like it had done a lot of the damage. Whatever else they had done to hide the Romulan parts of the damage, you're not sure. But definitely the runabout attacked the bird of prey at some point to make it look like that's what you don't know this, but this is what the guy told Euro.
Okay. So right now we're assuming that the Federation is in cahoots.
I don't know. I don't know what you
with the
assume. You
Romulans?
assume what you assume.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Conroy rubs his chin, and if the Klingons were to find out that we possess this information, this would be tech theft. It could be an act of war.
I'd say with that,
I think at that-
Euro walks in.
Yeah, Euro walks in and she looks to the three who are standing there. And she says, I assume that the computer has told you the mechanical reasons as to what happened, but maybe not contextually. I can provide those.
Speaking of act of war, he opens his arms wide and just starts walking towards Euro.
She says, Commander Slull, I do not think this is appropriate right now.
Oh, I'm just so happy you made it back here alive.
Yes. She pats him on the shoulder and says, of course.
Check this out. Come over here. And he immediately gets her into his obsession. Genuine Klingon cloaking device specs.
Oh, yes. That is what Lieutenant John Michaels was attempting to find.
Oh, he did?
Yes. He did download these things. It was indeed a plot from the Romulans to make it look as though the Starfleet was attacking the Klingons. Then they would take the cloaking information from the Klingons. That was their goal. They had blackmailed Lieutenant John Michaels with kidnapping his brother, Tad. They still have Tad, we assume, in their possession. This is why he did what he did. He is a security officer in Deep Space 11.
Yeah, and Conroy hears all of it, and he sits back down again. Kind of folds his hands in front of him, ponders for a second. So we have a witness that can certify that he was coerced into helping the Romulans commit an atrocity on a Klingon bird of prey. Is that what I'm hearing?
Indeed. I think the information based on his testimony and what all of us have seen, the attack, I think we have fairly good leverage in convincing the Romulans to give back his brother. We can reacquire them, hopefully without any more incident.
I'm uncertain about that, but we can certainly try. My main concern is making sure the Klingons don't misinterpret this, and this data plays a part in that. He thinks on it. Commander Slow, I can understand your enthusiasm. I look at this and I think much the same thing. But we are on very shaky grounds with the Klingons already, and we would like to improve them if we can. If we were to keep this data, we'd be jeopardizing any of the goodwill that we've put forth so far. I think we're going to have to wipe it.
Captain, with all due respect, we should not do that. We should hand this over to command.
Absolutely.
Euro shakes her head and says, no, I agree with the captain. I think we need to wipe this. I think that based on treaties that we've established with the Klingons, even possessing this information for a moment longer, I think it violates those sorts of things.
As you guys are talking, Dell, you're being hailed by Deep Space 11 from Admiral.
Is that the one we're going to?
From the Admiral.
Actually, Starbase 42.
Or
was
whatever,
the one we're going to.
whatever one you're going to, I can't remember. Evic.
Okay. Ooh,
So
okay.
the Admiral is. Yeah. Ensign Venom says, Lieutenant, we're getting hailed by Starfleet Command.
On screen, Anson.
He hits the button and the Admiral pops up. Admiral says, where is the captain? I need to speak to him. What did you find?
The captain is currently meeting.
Yeah, good.
Admiral.
Yes, I was wondering, you hailed, someone contacted us about a bird of prey damaged, that you had sent
Captain, yes.
a away team.
Admiral, yes. Yes, Admiral. We hence retrieved the away team, but were ambushed by a Romulan Warbird, which in the ensuing battle lost the engine power, but managed eventually during negotiations to power them back up and use their cloaking device to get away. We have full recordings of the event, of course, but I do not want to presume to give the report that you will be receiving from the captain, of course. He is currently meeting with senior staff to review the data we received, or the data we recovered alongside a human prisoner from the destroyed Klingon bird of prey.
This is curious.
Very. My assumption at this time, as the science officer, is that the Romulans were attempting to make it look like the Federation had destroyed a Klingon ship in Federation space.
That is logical.
Thank you.
Patch me through to the captain.
Would you like me to relay? You got it. Ensign, please patch him through.
Of course, and he does. There's a beep over there for you, Captain, as you guys are debating what to do. As Dell, you can tell him who it is.
Captain, Admiral Envek is messaging us. He is waiting to talk to you at this time.
Understood, Lieutenant Dell. You can patch him to me directly.
Yes, Captain. And then I guess the screen that shows the screen over here shows his face instead.
He
So now I'll take a step back.
pops up. Captain, please give me a report on what happened.
Understood, Admiral. And in the interest of time, I'll say I did it. I'll give him a full report of what occurred, and then I will finish it off with what my intentions are, as well as given what this would mean if we possess this technology, the blueprints. I feel it is necessary to wipe the records, destroy them completely, in the interest of preserving peace with the Klingons.
Anybody else gonna speak out of turn?
Nope.
Give me a command presence difficulty 3. Actually, we'll make it no, difficulty 3 is fine.
It's momentum.
Yeah, what momentum do we have?
I got some at least. Oh boy.
I guess I earned some.
Let me pull it out again. So,
Got at least 3. But it was down to 2 because I used one.
okay, 2. I have to find the token for it.
I'll spend 1.
Yeah.
It was command presence. I don't think he's not attempting to. It's probably just pulling rank is what he's trying to do, basically. But I would imagine whatever this is going to be for. So I'm trying to see if I could use something in addition.
You could use diplomacy or persuasion. Yeah.
Oh, wait, for that, yeah, I have focus.
Oh,
but I was
okay.
looking at
Yeah,
talent,
gotcha.
something in talent supply. I doubt he's trying to.
No,
find
no.
me. Test results
Yeah.
are 3.
The Admiral thinks about it. That is a logical assumption, Captain. Please make sure that there is a full purge of the data.
Understood, Admiral. We should be arriving at Starbase 42. One moment, Lieutenant Dell.
Captain,
What is our estimated time of arrival to Starbase 42?
4 hours, 32 minutes, plus a couple of days.
That's fine. Yeah, that is fine.
Thank you for the very specific report, Lieutenant. We should be arriving at Starbase 42 in roughly 2 days, 4 hours.
Very good.
Commander, if I may. Sorry, Captain, he would say. Captain, if I may.
Yes, Commander Slaw.
If I recall correctly, the Treaty of Algeron prevents the Federation from development or use of cloaking devices. However, because we have the specs, at least we could improve our sensors to detect the Klingon cloaking. That would not be prohibited by the treaty.
Well, I feel like you shouldn't attempt to justify keeping this information while the captain's speaking to the Admiral. And she frowns towards Slaw.
Slaw, give me a presence command roll.
He's not trying to keep the information, he's just trying to keep the portions that give us, 5 megahertz on the gamma radiation you can use to detect them. That doesn't mean we're building cloaking or using cloaking at all. If I didn't convey that as a player, then I apologize.
that's fine.
Slal is not saying keep the data. He's saying use the data to build countermeasures so we can detect Klingon cloaking.
I said what I said. I'm leaving it at that. You can
Yeah, go
interpret
ahead
how
and
you
give me
want.
a presence command. Difficulty
Let's see
2.
what- Command, presence, 2. Let's see. How do I open this character? There we go.
I generated momentum for you to spend
Yeah,
as
against
well.
yourself.
I'll use my determination with my value being speak
Is-
your mind.
Is there a possibility for me to maybe roll not to assist but to negate?
Yeah, you
Like-
can roll you can roll
I'm arguing
you can
against
roll
it,
your
right?
security and security and presence.
All right. I feel like is this in the opposite
yeah,
of
you
an
guys-
assist? It's like a
you guys-
takeaway. So 1d20.
No, you roll your full thing,
Oh,
and then
okay.
yeah, we'll just so difficulty 1.
security
Okay,
what?
sorry. Okay, each of you roll security 1, or I'm sorry, each of you roll against difficulty 1. Slaw, actually, in this case, you can roll engineering presence, and Yara, you roll security presence against difficulty 1. Nobody can use momentum.
Because we're sort of representing our
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
department's
yeah.
needs.
And you
Decided
both
on
can
things,
use
yeah.
a point of determination. So, unless Euro, do you have anything?
Yeah. I have I know I have regulations are meant to be broken, but I do have what is it? A never compromise. So she's made her mind and this is what
Okay,
she's going to
so
do.
nobody bother worrying about that. Just roll straight up and see what happens.
Okay.
Right.
The captain's
Sorry.
waiting to see this exchange and
I must.
looking. Ooh,
I think
You're making
Euro
your point
comes-
very well against the person that tried to hug you. For being alive.
I know. I think Euro makes a very aggressive point.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, she's seeing that Conroy's trying to do a good thing, and that Slaw is speaking up. It's
Did we have one
Done.
extra
No,
momentum?
don't
you
you
said?
don't use
That I could
momentum.
spend?
You guys don't. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's whoever rolls what.
And this
It
is
is a
rolling.
huge discovery, so it makes sense.
Difficulty
Yeah.
1 as well.
hmm.
Nice. Points
Yeah,
extremely
Admiral
well.
says.
He says purely
Technically,
defensively.
this is true. Give the commander a few hours to make his notes and analyze the data, then delete it before you reach the starbase, Commander or Captain.
Very well, Admiral.
And please tell
We're
your
done.
lieutenant when she is speaking in front of 2 commanders and a captain, she should mind her tongue.
Yeah, and Conroy looks, he looks a bit uncomfortable with that, but he does look to Euro. Lieutenant Euro, I would ask respectfully that you do not speak out of turn again whenever you're in front of superior staff. He does not look genuine when he's saying that to you, but he's saying it to you.
She frowns, but for now, she'll hold her tongue.
Very well, Captain. I will be sending a few vessels to tow the bird of prey into the starbase as well.
Understood,
Please
Admiral.
hold your position until they arrive, and then you can make your way.
Of course. I will give the order.
Evac out.
Come right out. And he'll give that order to Dell. And he'll look to
Yeah.
the others. Well, Commander Slaw, you have your time. I'll give you...
He will work with Dell, of course, on this.
I'll give you your time. You have 3 hours to get as much data as you can in regards to defensive application only. And then I would like you to purge the data.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Conroy
let you
looked
guys wrap it up here.
Yeah, Conroy would give the bridge to his number 1. And then he would talk to Yarrow in the ready room and have her stay for a moment.
She does not seem pleased. Sorry, go ahead.
Viana, we'll just, she won't linger. She'll go and take over the bridge.
Slough gets up, looks at the captain, looks at Yarrow, actually puts a smile on face and says, "Oh, I can't wait to share a drink with you about your adventures on that Warbird. See you later."
She just
And then walks
nods.
off.
Yeah, and once it's just...
You've known him to be pretty forgiving with his staff and people around him.
Yeah, and Conroy, after they both left. Lieutenant, I apologize if that was uncomfortable for you. That was not my intention to bring you in front of the Admiral to have him berate you in that manner. That was... I don't have the words for that.
Can I speak freely, Captain?
You may.
And then her demeanor shifts. You see it's more of a heated one, and she goes to the back of this chair and grabs it. And she's like, "What was that all about? I was attempting to defend you in front of the Admiral. So this sort of thing, as I agree with you completely, and then I get thrown under the bus for this. I don't understand."
It's a protocol thing, Lieutenant. All I did was...
It's a dumb protocol.
I didn't like that particularly either. It left a bad taste in my mouth to do so, which is why I'm going to try to rectify the situation so there's no longer an issue we have to deal with. Based on my understanding of what has happened so far with this particular situation, I'm going to put in a recommendation for promotion.
There's a legitimate surprise. She says, "Why? I don't understand, Captain."
You were on a Romulan Warbird for, and just to clarify, I think combat rounds in the ships are what,
Yeah,
30
it probably
minutes or
probably
something?
up to an hour, something like that.
She was on a Romulan... Yeah, she was on a Romulan Warbird for 3 hours alone and survived. So yeah, Conroy's like, "Lieutenant, you were on a Romulan Warbird alone, stranded, for 3 hours.
I mean, I didn't consider myself stranded, Captain.
You survived. And not only that, you resumed your duty station. That is admirable conduct. That is beyond admirable conduct. above and beyond the call of duty, Lieutenant Yarrow.
Thank you, Captain. I just did what made sense at the time.
I don't want there to ever be another situation like we just had, with you being a member of my officer staff and yet below the others here. You have done everything right as you have been on board my ship. We have not been together in a situation long, but I respect the decisions you've made and the stances you've taken. I'm going to put in a recommendation for promotion. And with any luck, it will be Commander Yarrow soon. And we will not have any uncomfortable situations created by rank like that again.
She seems to be a bit deflated from that anger. And more just a little bit flabbergasted than anything. She nods and blinks a bit, says, "All right, Captain, thank you."
For what it's worth, I agree with you. I thought we should have purged everything, but the Admiral and Commander Slaw make a good point.
You still could.
I hope that I'm not gonna disobey a direct order from him. Not like that, because it is a good point. But I hope that we will never have to come to blows with the Klingon Empire again. But Commander Slaw and the Admiral make a good point. We need to be prepared in case we are.
I disagree, but she looks to Conroy. Captain, with the information that we have, with what happened, the evidence, can we use this as leverage against Romulans?
I will see about going through channels to retrieve him, see if there's some kind of exchange we're able to do.
Channels will take too long, Captain. I feel like if there's too much bureaucracy in it, knowing what happened and that it failed, the Romulans are heading back now to their own space. They could dispose of Tad by the time that everything's done in bureaucracy.
We still have leverage that we can use to make the exchange. It's a matter of getting into contact with them. They want to avoid an incident as much as we do, to save face in front of the galactic political community. They won't want this to get out that they were the ones who breached the treaty. The whole point of this is to provoke us into a war with the Klingons, or to show that we've breached the treaties somehow. That's the whole point. If we can manipulate that to our advantage, we can make an exchange. I will see about trying to get into contact, but I have to put it through protocol. The man missing is a member of Starfleet. They deserve to know he's missing. They deserve to know the details, and we can get clearance to do this. I want to help him too, but protocols exist for a reason, Lieutenant. Even though I've made a point of breaching them a bit myself.
These protocols might cost an innocent man his life.
And when I breached protocols, I cost millions of lives only a few days ago.
And she takes a deep breath and says, "You've made your point. I disagree, but I'm not going to go over your head and attempt to contact the Romulans myself. I'd rather not end up in my own brig."
And I'd rather not put you there, Lieutenant. I appreciate your candor and openness. I will do what I can to make this happen, but that is all for now.
Of course. If you would like to read about my time on the Romulan Warbird, I shall write about it in my most recent report. She gives a slight smile before she starts that out.
Yeah, I will need it for your commendations, so get it to me as soon as you can.
Of course, Captain. Head
Yep.
out.
He sits in the ready room for a moment, and that's it.
Yeah,
for him.
as you guys discuss potentially what's next, eventually the tugboats, what you want to call them, come and slap the tractor beams onto the Klingon Warbird and haul it off. at some slow warp while you take off at warp 9 and eventually reach the starbase. And you dock, and that is it for tonight, and probably for at least a month.
No, it's
damn.
That's it.
Thanks, Ted.
Wow.
God.
What an
I didn't realize
episode.
it's going to take that long.